sweet. I might rattle off. I'll rattle off the main sponsor of the show, MTN Colours Australia. Fantastic cans. I mean, sponsored me from the day dot. Today you'll be getting a 6-pack of paint, so thank you to them. Sent to your door, MTN Colours Australia. So, mate, you got hardcores, you got 94s, you know what I mean? So,
send it to whose house? To me?
Your house, mate. Yeah, straight to your door, champion.
Hey, cheers, MTN.
Free paint, mate.
That's
gotta love
awesome.
that.
Thank you.
And if you jump onto, it'll be in the show notes. 15% discount codes. Anything you buy on that will help me. That will support me with the show, help me run things. I got some new headphones thanks to you guys, so it does improve the show. So anything that comes back to me, it goes back to you guys. So thank you for that. And today, people, I've been tracking down this motherfucker for so long. It's been, mate, ever since I started this, I've been trying to find you. So I just want to say, you have kind of made me get into this thing.
Stop it.
Yeah, you stop and it. This other guy here, bro. I'm wearing your shirt. Ready?
Who's that? Toy Division.
Toy Division, bro. So I did
shout out Toy Division.
Yeah, shout out to Toy Division. I did his podcast a while back. You can go have a listen, try and figure out which episode it is because he doesn't tell people's tags. Yeah, man, I've listened to all your podcasts. This is Lead Poison, baby. Let's go.
Thank you for having me.
I found him. So yeah, man, you're big inspiration to me on the podcasting. So yeah,
I'm surprised, man, because I'm not that hard to find, bro. In fact, yeah, I think there might be a story behind where I was found.
Yeah,
but
we can get into that later, maybe.
No, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be on the Aussie Battler podcast. I'm excited for the conversation, and it's good to hear from you, man.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much. I was gonna say. Actually, I just had a fucking mind blank, man. 1 second. I didn't crack the tin then, did I? Once again, I fucked myself up.
I'm raw dogging it.
I cracked it before the fucking podcast. Once again. Sorry, people. You got one too, have you?
No, I got it. I'm raw dogging it. I'm on I'm on a sparkling water.
Oh, sparkling beverage. All right.
And I got a nice can of Coca-Cola.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I've got beer, so I'm going to fucking crack this dog.
You have one for me, cuz.
There we go. Cracked. Yeah, I was going to say something. Hang on. Where am I? I'm fucking... the kids are fucking mayhem, so it's...
I'm waiting for him to my kids to bust into the room at any moment. So a nice bit of anxiousness for the conversation.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever. I was thinking something else, but all over the shop.
No dramas, man.
All right, yeah. Thanks for jumping on, man. We might just start off with where did you grow up and how'd you come about, man?
So thank you for asking. I was born in Perth in Western Australia.
Oh, shit.
I was born in a place called Greenmount, and I grew up in Kalamunda, which is, northwest of Perth City, I believe, in the hills, Gooseberry Hill, Kalamunda area. So it's probably about half an hour away from the beaches, 45 minutes from Cottesloe. And I was born in Greenmount, which is where Heath Ledger was born. R.I.P. Heath Ledger.
No way.
Yeah, he's from over there, man. So that's my, bit of a claim to fame.
Not so the next biggest thing besides Lead Poison. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. Hopefully I don't overdose on opioids like him. Rest in peace, Ledger, my favorite actor, man. But yeah, I grew up in Perth. In the hills there, man. Little sort of bush area, lots of nature, and about half an hour from the beaches.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
so I lived in Perth. I grew up there till I was 10 years old. My parents went through a divorce, and my mum picked me. I got an older brother. He's 5 years my senior. My mum picked us up and took us to the east coast of Australia, over to Sydney in about year 2000, at the end of 1999.
Yeah, okay. Before we get into that,
yeah, of course.
How was Perth back in from memory? Whatever you can remember back then. Yeah, you would have been pretty young then. So whatever you can remember, man.
Perth is such an interesting place because,
Hmm.
I mean, when I tell people I'm from Perth, you get a bit of a funny look. You don't often meet too many people from Perth, especially on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I mean, these days it's a hop, skip, and a jump on a little plane. But back in those days,
Back
in
in
the
my
early
day.
'90s, back in my day,
Yeah, yeah.
you'd have to get on the big international planes to get over here, and maybe it just felt like a longer trip because I was younger. But we used to go back and forth a little bit when I was dealing with family court and all the rest of
Yeah,
it with
because
my family.
how long's that flight? That's
It's these days it's about 3.5, 4 hours.
oh what? I thought it was longer than that. Yeah, fair enough.
Back then, I don't know if I'm wrong. I've spoken to someone about this recently. I swear
I
it
thought
used
it
to
was
be,
like 5, 6 hours.
it used to be. I don't know if the technology's gotten more advanced or
Like
something,
yeah, better
but
petrol. I
yeah.
mean, not at the moment, but yeah,
Yeah, these days they're gonna have to stop in Adelaide or
struggling.
something.
Yeah, yeah,
But anyways,
yeah.
it's about whatever 4 to 6 hours, and I think on the way back there's a headwind, so it's always a bit quicker.
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. So what you were saying? You're like 30 minutes from the beach, and what in a kind of bushy area. Like
Yeah.
we're not talking out in the fucking like sticks. We're talking just a couple of parks and shit everywhere. Like, run me through it, mate. How
Yeah.
was your
So
local areas like a little? I don't know, from what you can remember, maybe like a 8-year-old, 10-year-old. I don't know, whatever. Before you left,
yeah, I left there when I was 9, just going on
9.
10.
Yeah,
So my birthday's in October. We left sort of towards the end of that year of
yeah,
1999.
yeah. Mm.
Um, Perth it's hot.
Fuck.
It's spacious. I remember red gravel. There's lots of red gravel. Um, the roads are long. The houses are far apart. It's very bush. Where I grew up in Kalamunda and Gooseberry Hill, it's very, very hot, thick bush, giant ants and bugs, and you couldn't walk
Oh,
on the street without shoes or you'd fucking burn your feet. Very
oh.
spaced out, a lot different to where I landed, which was in Roselle, Balmain on
Yeah.
the East Coast. So
Fucking
basically
oath,
the
bro.
polar opposite.
Big city boy.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And I loved it. I mean, Perth is great. It's great for kids.
Yeah, that's
I,
what I was saying. It's a bit different now with like, I don't know, like my kids are like in this like city kind of area and they just don't have that kind of bushy kind of feel. Like
yeah,
run
yeah.
out in the bush and like play around. But yeah, it's more of it's a suburban kind of area. So it's like your childhood would have been pretty fun, I reckon. Just
Well, I mean
running around.
that portion of my childhood for sure, and it sticks with you. Like these days, I'm not big on water. And I
Mm.
think I didn't grow up in the beaches. My wife is grew up around the beach, and she's really into the beach. I fucking hate the beach.
But
I'm
you were
really not
like
a
30
big
minutes from
fan.
the beach. What happened
No,
there?
I mean, that's what I mean. I never went to the beach when I was there. We were just
Oh,
bush kids,
true.
man. We were just throwing honky nuts and fucking
Yeah,
hitting
okay.
each other with like the that we used to call them black boys. They don't call them black boys anymore. They're like
Well,
these
mate,
long
that's a
grass
bit
trees and yeah, I know.
we'll have
They
to
call
cut
them
that one
grass
out.
trees, yeah. But yeah, no, I didn't grow up around water, man. We
Joking.
just grew up in the bush, like
Yeah, yeah, mad.
walking tracks and shit like that. So
Yeah, yeah. And
it
then
was good, man.
so you were primary school there, and then obviously the family stuff happens.
Yep.
Was it a good like good fair like family unit before the split kind of thing? I don't want to go too kind of personal, but it's up to
Oh,
you
we
what you
can
want to
if
let
you
me
want, man.
know.
Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
like I mean, it depends how much time you got, really. But
yeah.
I guess everyone's upbringing is interesting. I
Mm.
grew up. My father was an electrical engineer. He was from London.
Oh, okay,
Um,
Pommy.
yeah, he's a Pommy. He's a black Pommy.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was half. His father was from Barbados, and his mother was from London. So he's
Oh,
fifty
no
percent
way.
Bayesian, which makes me 25% Bayesian. So
Yeah, right.
that's where I get my curls.
Yeah, yeah,
But he was quite successful. We were really he was doing really well when I was a kid.
yeah.
And I mean, there is a long story. He ran a company called ERG, which was I mean, if you're into like sort of local folklore in Perth, you would know about it. I don't expect anyone to know about it that
Yeah,
listens to this podcast, but
yeah, yeah.
they were sort of around back in the 70s and 80s when Optus was sort of starting, and he was on the leading edge
Ah,
of technology, and he was quite switched on, and he was
yeah,
an
yeah.
electrical engineer, and so it was interesting. He had Jaguars and Mercedes and BMWs, and we had a fucking
Oh,
massive house and
la di
ten
da.
tennis court and the whole rest of it. And then that all sort of just imploded on itself. So
Yeah, okay.
it
Yeah.
was an
So
interesting time. Yeah, it taught me a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you probably don't know exactly what happened with their relation, like your parents' relationship. But anyway, it's
Not exactly. I will say this.
yeah, you don't have to say anything,
No,
but
no, no.
it's
I mean, everyone's got their own story, but there's a
mm,
documentary on Netflix called The Orange People, I think it's called.
mm,
It's about the Rajneeshis. They were sort of a free-loving cult. They used to wear orange. They're from Midwest America somewhere. There's a
yeah.
really good documentary on
I love
Netflix
cult
about them.
documentaries, bro.
So,
They're the best.
oh, I know, and these guys are
Wild
huge. I
Wild
mean,
Country. Fuck.
that's it.
What a
That's it.
doco.
That's the doco. That's the doco. Not Orange People. Wild
Oh,
Wild
okay.
Country.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck. Okay. Yeah.
They're the Rajneeshis.
Ah,
Tough
right.
titties, she used to say.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they actually infiltrated my father's company, and
Oh,
they attempted a hostile takeover, which eventually worked. And that was sort of, I mean, it wasn't the reason that everything went down in my family life, but it had a big role to do with what would lead to a lot of changes for my father, because they basically came into his company and tried to take it over from within, and they succeeded in a way.
what? So was he in that cult,
No,
or
no, not at all.
so it was more of like a
So
legal battle thing?
what they used to do, and I hope, I, I mean, yeah, I'm
Uh,
just
uh,
thinking, is there any legalities to what I'm saying?
yeah,
But
maybe.
what? No, no,
Fucking.
there's not.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
What they used to do was
We'll find out.
they would find successful people all over the world, and they did try and make a
Ah.
footprint in Perth in particular,
Mm.
and they would basically try and buy up the company to make money, and they had arsenals and whatever and the whole rest of it. So
Ah.
they did it to a few companies, and particularly in the 90s in Perth, they did it, and that's where my father was working, and his company was a part of that.
Yeah. Right. I just can't stop looking at your face, bro. Just to let everyone know, this is actually a mask. It's not actually his face. So I believe it's Mr. Bean. So sorry everyone that's getting scared because he's not blinking. He's actually blinking underneath.
Do you want me to take it off? I don't care.
No, it's I like it. It's funny.
Hey, I'm not blinking underneath either. So yeah, it was interesting. I
Yeah,
only actually found out, that there could be there's some things in that story that could be wrong. That's my little
yeah,
sort of
that's
dot point version. I only just found that out recently. A lot of that stuff about my family history, but I thought it was interesting
wow.
because I did know about the documentary on Netflix.
Wow. What a
Mm.
fucking yeah, what a shock. But anyway, so that happened and then your parents split because of that, maybe. I don't know, whatever.
It was around that
Some other
time that
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was around that time.
And then obviously, yeah, because my parents split too. So it's like who do you want to go with? So it's
Mm.
like mum or dad, and then you pick, and then so you picked.
Sorry,
Who'd you
yeah.
pick?
Well,
Not your nose, just
no, no,
yeah.
I yeah, I
You
didn't.
went with mum.
I ended up with my mum, and
Yeah, yeah,
me and my brother ended up in Sydney in Lilyfield
yeah, yeah.
with my mum living at my auntie's house there on Emmerich Street, just across the road from Orange Grove Public School.
Okay.
Um, but to be honest,
That's
as a little whippersnapper, man, I really didn't know any different. I didn't know
yeah,
really what was happening. You know what I mean? My brother was a bit older. He sort of knew what was going down. But
yeah,
I just kind of never really thought about it. We were just in a new place. I was just taking it in my stride,
yeah.
and there we were in Sydney, man.
New
At
adventure. You're just like, yeah, sweet, let's go, and then you go, oh fuck, where's
yeah,
dad?
yeah,
But anyway,
yeah,
yeah. So you moved there, and then went to school around there. I mean, a big change going from Western Australia to Sydney.
100.
How was your schooling going there? I guess it probably would. Oh, I mean, young kids always find new mates pretty easy. It's only when you get a bit older into like 15, 16, then it's a bit harder to find new mates. But I reckon around that age was pretty sweet for you to get some mates, and then
Yeah, look,
maybe
it wasn't tough for me. I guess
yeah.
if anything described my childhood at that point in those early sort of formative years, it would just be moving. Like when we
Mm,
moved to Sydney, I moved from school to school. I went to another school, and then we went up to Brisbane, and then I moved back to Sydney, and then we moved, and then it just continued on for decades, just continuously moving. I went to probably 12 schools or something after that point.
oh right, okay.
Um, not because I was a bad student or anything. It's just just the way that our life worked. My mum was a journalist. She was always moving around for work, and we just sort of followed along. So
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
it had its benefits and pros and cons. I don't really have trouble getting along with people that are,
That's
strangers or
what
anything
I
like
was
that.
about to bring that up, man, because most kids that move multiple schools do have a good like kind of communication skills because they do have to start again and then just have to keep
100.
building relationships. And I reckon those people are good salesmen.
Yeah. I'll sell ice to a fucking
Yeah,
Iceman.
yeah, there we go. Yeah. I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, it was yeah, it's interesting how those those early years really, whether you like it or not, they do sort of form part of your personality even
For
as an
sure.
adult, as much as you like it or not.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Sydney was coots, man. Like we landed right before the Olympics. Like it was fucking
Oh,
it was mayhem. It was awesome. It was the
yeah.
best time in Sydney from from all the years that I've lived in Sydney. That sort of 2000 period was just. I look back on it so fondly. I think the city was just alive and breathing.
Did
It
you
was
go to
really
the
good.
Olympics?
Yeah, 100.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same, man. I think I was,
yeah,
how old was I then? I think I was 2000. Then I would have been 10.
yeah. Same.
Yeah, okay, you're the same age as me.
You born
Yeah.
90?
Oh no, it's not. I'm 86. So maybe I'm not. No, my maths, bro. That's why I'm a painter, bro. Because
Yeah.
my maths is fucking dog shit. So it's
Hey,
like, yeah,
wait till you start doing quotes, bro. You got to get your maths
mate.
on
No, that's
point.
why I work for someone else other than do that shit because I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no,
But anyway,
I saw Kathy Freeman win the gold at
oh, mad.
what's now Accor Stadium, but back
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Sydney Olympic Stadium or whatever it is. Yeah,
It
we
was
were
a
in the
bomb.
stadium for that. Oh, it was such a good time, man. Such a
Yeah,
good time.
especially for the older riders out there, because I know that time was a great kind of clubbing and fucking
Oh,
a lot of
just
bickies were going around too. So it was
in culture in general, man. Like
yeah, it was.
so
Yeah,
many people our age look upon those years.
sneakers, all the rest of it.
Yeah,
Big change.
graffiti, art. The city was the eyes of the world were on the city.
Mm,
it was fantastic. It's gone downhill ever since, if you
yeah,
ask me.
yeah.
No, I'm joking. I'm
Yeah,
joking.
yeah, yeah. All right, so yeah, going to school. What did you play any sports? And I mean, what were your hobbies? What were you into when you were like, say, I don't know, like 15, going into,
Fifteen.
when you were developing kind of thing.
So basketball is big in Perth, not so big in Sydney.
True.
I played a bit of AFL in Perth and at Hunters Hill here in Sydney.
Oh, true.
I
Yeah, yeah.
played a bit of league for the fuck, what were they? Leichhardt Wanderers down there.
Oh, okay.
Played for the juniors. I actually played with Adam Reynolds when I was a young buck
No way.
down at King George Oval in Balmain there.
Uh,
So I played a bit of fucking NRL. I played a bit of rugby league,
yeah.
and what else did I do? That's about it in terms of
So
like
so team sports
sports.
was a thing.
Until I got into skateboarding.
Oh,
Once,
another one. Fuck me dead.
once,
What's mate? What the? Am I the only cunt that's a graffiti writer that's not a fucking skateboarder?
so skateboarding and graffiti are linked.
It is, man.
There's an
It's like
undercurrent there.
yeah. I missed out on that one. Fuck. Oh well, whatever. But
Yeah, yeah.
all right. So yeah, you got into skateboarding and stuff. There would have been because some guests were from like that. They were skateboarding like the 80s. There wasn't any skate parks and stuff. And then eventually you get some skate parks and shit. Were you more into skate parks or were you more into fucking just breaking into places and skating in there?
So we used to skate. I got into
Schools.
skateboarding. We would skate in the city, man. At Cannonball,
Ah,
Martin Place.
Townie.
Shout
Yeah.
out fucking Chima Ferguson. Shout out Simon Hooper. Shout
Yeah.
out fucking Stress, Lufa, Kurt Nesbitt, Jai Smith, all the Sparksy, Gonzo, Samo, Mayo, Pinata, like all. It was amazing, man. We used to go to the city and just skate, just street skating. We would never go to the parks.
That's
I mean,
sick.
back then the parks were pretty. They were shit, and if you went
Yeah.
there, yeah, I mean, at my age, you might get rolled. It was more safe in the city.
That's funny. Safer in the city than it is in the skate park.
Almost. I mean, we had a few brushes. Like
Yeah, yeah.
we'd skate in the city. You'd end up close to Redfern and Waterloo, and you might get in a bit of trouble.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you'd have to make your way back to Circular Quay. But
yeah. Good old days.
yeah, no, we were street skating, man.
Yeah, okay. How good you get?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I was pretty young, man. Like a lot of the guys that I met back in the day. I mean, I was just a little grommet, bro, but heaps of
Mm.
those dudes went on to be pro. Like Chima Ferguson's a pro.
Mm.
There's a ton of them, man. Like a lot of them are skating all over the world now. And well, I mean,
Yeah, wow.
they're pretty old now. Actually, they're sort of my age, so they'll be at the back end of their skating careers. But heaps of them went on to do really great things. Yeah.
So what happened, mate? Why did you give that up? Did you give it
Uh,
up, or did you just do something
nah,
else?
that's right. When I moved to Brizzy, I moved up to Brisbane,
Fucking hell! All right,
and
yeah, yeah. It
I just flat stopped skating. I remember I just went from skating every day, and I moved up to Brizzy and just straight up, just I don't even think I took a board.
was too hot or something. You was like,
Uh,
fuck it, I don't want to skate anymore. Or you
yeah, I
got
don't
other
know,
shit
man.
going on.
Like, I just didn't know the scene up there, I guess, maybe,
Yeah.
and that's when I got into graffiti. Really, was
Right.
when I moved up to Brisbane.
Here we go, people.
Here we fucking go.
Can we do a bit of a reveal of what you write, maybe?
Yeah,
Or
bro. All right,
yeah.
Rock'em one.
What do you write,
HUH
brah? What do you fucking write,
POC
brah?
crew. All right, Rock'em. I used to write on it.
Yeah.
Back in the day, my first fuck. Let's go back through the roller days. I used to write
Yeah.
when I actually, you know what?
Where'd you first see graffiti? Was it in Brisbane, or did you see it in Sydney and then you went up to Brisbane and kind of you met someone, or run
I
me
was
through one of
just
those
thinking.
stories?
I've been thinking about this past couple of days.
Yeah.
I guess, as you said before, skateboarding's linked. It's got a
Yeah.
lot of the same subculture attributes as graffiti. So I mean, a lot of the HR guys were hanging around when we were skateboarding in Cannibal. Some of them would skate, so you'd see tags on skateboards and on blocks and on.
Some of the HR boys were skaters.
Yeah, they would hang around, man, for
Oh,
sure.
really?
Yeah, for sure. You just
Yeah,
like
true.
you'd have all types hanging around at the skate spots in the city back in the
Yeah, I
day. Like
suppose. Yeah,
there'd
yeah.
be people on bikes just chilling. There'd be some people you'd have to watch out for. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know how much I can say, but there were
Yeah, yeah.
some really good skaters who were really, really well-known graffiti artists as well. Some of my
Yeah,
favorite.
true. Yeah, yeah.
Um, so probably around that point. But when I went to Brisbane, I really, because I moved to Indooroopilly, Taringa, that was when my eyes were really opened to graffiti. I mean, death threats were smashing right where I
Oh,
lived,
Soffles.
and yeah, I mean, I got flicks somewhere of some really sort of
Oh,
early
shit. Sorry. Yeah.
early Soffle stuff, and all the DTS guys, Seiko, Blends, some of the US
Oh,
dudes, ADW. Like I used to just love catching the train from Taringa to the city and then out to fucking wherever I can't even remember, and just look on the train because Brisbane, the train lines are just unbelievable, like unbelievable.
Yeah, they don't get buffed as much as Sydney, I guess.
Yeah, and I just found
Even
that
the trains, man. The trains are fucking hammered all the time.
back then it was just my favorite thing to do. Just there was just so much going on in terms of graffiti. Maybe it's because when you're young, everything seems so much more sort of inflated. But
Intense.
definitely
Yeah.
around that time, there was heaps of graffiti, and I used to just soak it all up, man.
Yeah. And then how'd you actually get into your first interaction with like a pen, a sketch pad, a fucking I don't know, did someone show you how to do stuff?
Oh
How did
man,
that come about?
fuck! This is cathartic going through these sort of stories in your head.
Oh
I
yeah.
think I used to write huge 147. I think because I watched
Huge one.
huge one.
Don't tell the ladies.
um, so I went to a school in the Valley. If people listening, they know the Valley, St. James College in the Valley. That was where I went. I did. I think I did year 9 or year 8 and 9 there.
Mm.
Um, I had a fella in my class named Ruben, who is still an amazing artist to this day, and I should probably give him a shout out. Um,
Yeah. If he wants his name on there. Yeah, yeah.
he still lives up there, and he's a really great artist, and he makes tunes, and so basically, me and him at lunchtime would just, I don't know what the nexus was, but we would just talk graph and look at graph, and there was other writers at the school, I'm sure, that were older,
Yeah.
and we had magazines, and I think, this is around the time when I recall like an Echo mixtape we used to listen to at lunchtime, and fucking Hilltop Hoods was sort of banging off at that point, and we would
Mm.
just the whole thing was sort of around us, and we would catch the train home and do little tags and get our Posca pens, and but I remember that one of the first things I did, well, yeah, there was probably a handful, but I remember I did a blue chisel tip Posca tag, huge 147 on someone's rubbish on someone's garbage bin,
Oh, you
and
dirty devil.
they lived they lived their house backed onto the train line.
Oh. Good
So
spot.
I tagged their bin, and you could just see it. Like if you knew, you know what I mean. Like I
Yeah.
knew where it was.
I'm
So
always looking at bins
as
on the railway.
as we flew past on the train from like Taringa to fucking Auchenflower or something, I'd go, oh, there it is, and I'd
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
fucking trackside boys. Like fuck.
Yeah.
And then just shit like that, man. It was so fun back
I
then.
bombed
And
it. Yeah, yeah.
oh fuck. And we were just the biggest toys you could ever imagine, eh? Like just
Yeah.
obviously, just
We all gone
trash,
through it.
but it was almost the best time in doing graph was just being such a fucking horrible toy
Mm,
and just doing the dumbest shit with the shittest sketches. 3D's going 4 different ways.
yeah.
Fucking you got no idea what's going on, but it was just like the essence was there, and it's just so exciting, you know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 So when did you, I mean, who are you, like, not who you were hanging around? Hang on, sorry. I've just had a couple of beers. I'm
No, you're
stuttering.
right, brother.
Um, who were you hanging around? Can you name them or not really? Like their tag or whatever? Or were
Uh
they pretty influential to you and then you started doing pieces, or was just like everyone was doing it, so I did the piece and then,
so back in those days, we
or was
started
it
a
mainly
crew.
tagging for a bit?
No, we would go down to I'm trying to get the timeline right. I guess it's probably not the best idea to keep on the right timeline because these memories are all a
It
fucking
goes all
blur.
over the
But
place, man. Don't
yeah,
worry about it. It's fine.
I
I'll try and
remember
work it out.
me and my good friend Ruben, who, if you ever listen to this, Ruben, you're a fucking champion, mate. And I think about you occasionally. I think you're a fucking top bloke, mate. And I got great memories with you. But we used to go down to Doomben. There was Doomben coal yards and walk around there. I can't. We had a crew, LE. This is like
Oh, LE.
well,
Yeah, I remember them.
no, this is
Oh, different one. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
toy shit.
Okay.
Um, and then we there was a kid named G Wiz who I think went on to be pretty good, and do quite a lot with his graffiti. He We used to paint with him a bit. He seemed to know some older people that we would hang around with. But in terms of like who was around then that you would know of, that I hung out with, I don't think they're really.
Yeah, yeah. It was more just a bunch of mates fucking chucking up or
Yeah,
whatever. And then
exactly right.
can you run me through your first piece
Ooh, first piece.
that you can remember?
First piece. Man, I remember staying at this kid's house one night, and we stayed up all night waiting for his parents to go to bed. And we took some sky blue Duluxes. Fuck, I wish I remember where he lived, but we
Yes.
went we
Fucking
went
love
to,
Sky Blue Dulux.
How good was that shit?
Actually, I've actually got one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You want to see one?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a new version, but it's the Sky Blue Dulux. Hang on one sec.
100.
Bit of fucking show and tell for you cunts.
Yeah. 6, 7. Oh no. Excuse me. No way.
There it is. It's called something else. One second. So I believe they changed the name to it's called Duramax now, but it used to be called a spray pack, but now it's called
Yep.
Duramax, and now it's
Yep.
called Sky Bus. I don't know if you can see it because of the light, but
Sky
the
bus.
Sky Bus, mate. So
Man, everyone knows it's fucking sky blue.
jump on the
Jesus
Sky Bus,
Christ.
mate. Let's go.
Jump on the I almost jumped on a few sky buses myself, let me tell you.
Little inside secret. There's a t-shirt that might be coming out with a similar color, so we'll just keep that on the
Yeah,
loadout.
those tins were fucking fantastic.
Mate, in that era, what year are we talking that you were doing these pieces?
So
You
we're talking right now. We're talking
2004, 2000.
yeah, I was gonna 2004. That's exactly when we're talking.
That's all I use, bro.
Yeah. I can fucking smell them, right now.
Oh, they still smell the same, by the way.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
A lot of panels done in Sky Blues. You can ask Spac. He's done a couple of those.
Yeah, and they were loud too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember.
Sorry, continue. It was a bit of
No,
a
you're
fucking
right.
tangent.
This is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we I can't remember where this kid lived, but we went to some drain under this bridge in the middle of the fucking night and did an LE piece, and we'd all like it was one of those things where you do a 2 letter piece and there's like six cunts each with a role, like, all right, you do this bit and I'll do this bit and you do this bit, and then it
Yeah.
was just
Teamwork
and
makes the
then
dream work, brother.
yeah, it was just trash, but it was so fun, man. So that was probably, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I could be wrong about a lot of things I'm going to say in this
That's all
conversation,
right, mate. Fuck it. Who cares?
yeah, that was probably one of the first, man.
Ooh, what do you got? What do you got there?
I broke my chain.
Oh no! I'm gonna fit over your fat head.
Yeah.
It's the hair, mate. It's the hair that's getting caught. Oh, there we go. That's nice.
Yeah.
What is that?
6'7", buddy.
6'7". Oh, the kids
Six,
these days. Oh
seven.
no! Fuck me dead. I ban my kids from fucking saying that shit.
Oh, you know how many people just turned off the podcast?
Yeah, bro.
You watch
Yeah.
your numbers go.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone aged fucking 25 to fucking 40, they turned it off.
Exactly. Oh,
But anyway, yeah, yeah.
fuck this shit. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to watch a bloody graffiti fucking
Yeah, yeah.
podcast. Jesus.
Trying to get educated on lead poison.
Yeah. But
Yummy.
yeah, that was, I mean, there was a few missions like that, and
Mhm.
we used to go to Doomben. I think it was Doomben. Fucking again, I'm probably going to be a lot, but there was a coal yard there, and you could go there in the daytime and
Ooh.
just fucking and just do pieces in the daytime. There was one thing that I really,
What
really
did you
No,
paint the
you're right.
coalies or the walls?
The coalies.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
the
because there's not
coalies.
much people on the coalies seeing track sides.
No. We used to just go paint the coalies, man.
Fuck. So that was like your first piece.
Well, some of them. I mean,
Kind of
again,
from
it
memory.
would be like three of us doing some bullshit, but
Mad.
the kid that I mentioned before, G-Wiz, and I wish I remembered his name or where he was. I'm sure he's out there somewhere.
Don't say his name, but yeah.
No, like I don't even know who he was or who he is.
Oh, true. Yeah.
We used to be quite good friends, and he seemed to know, he knew more about the
Scene.
culture than we did, and he used to take us to different spots, and he was better than us too. So I used to really look up to him, sort of try and copy his, what he was doing and stuff like that. And he taught us about tins, but yeah, it was all a learning experience, man. There was a place, Cooperoo Skate Park, if anyone knows, back in those days, probably still is. There was heaps of walls around there. We used to go, check out, like tons. There's just buildings and buildings around that skate park of still some of the best pieces I've ever seen in my life were floating around in that building. And we used to, pick off a little section at the end and do some bullshit.
Yeah. So what I mean, you talked about Dulux cans. Is that the main thing that you were using? Did you?
No, first generation iron lacked, man, like butter and
Oh, yeah.
what were the other colors? All those the first ones,
I
like,
was gonna say violence, but I think that was a bit after the softballs.
No, there was butter. I actually don't think I can remember anymore.
Avocado, or no, was that later? No, there was originally. I'm thinking of the new one.
There was a dark green. Anyways,
mate,
we used to just
testing
pump
my
them,
memory.
man.
Yeah.
And obviously like exports.
Where'd you get them from? Were you racking or were you?
Nah,
Did you
not
get into
really.
racking much?
We used to go to a place called Butter Beats
Oh yeah.
in the valley.
That's not there
Um,
anymore, is it?
I don't think it is.
No. I don't think because I went to go there like recently and I was like, oh, it's not here. It's like, yeah, mate, you're fucking 20 years late.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was run by a guy called Casino, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
that's right. Yes,
Yeah.
bringing back some memories. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Shout
we used
outs
to
to
go
you, man.
there. Yeah, shout out Casino. Out of fuck knows. Yeah, hopefully he's all good. But
Yeah.
the guy that I mentioned before, my good childhood friend Ruben, he used to do work experience, or he had a couple of shifts there.
Oh, true.
But it was right down the road from my school in the valley.
Yeah.
So yeah, we used to go there and hang out and fucking, jaws to the floor to look at all these cool people and cool stuff that was happening and try and emulate it.
How'd you come up with your style kind of thing? Oh, actually, hang on. How'd you pick a tag?
I mean, I've gone through a bunch of words.
Mm.
Like, how I landed on Rock'em, I really don't know, man.
Rock'em Sock'em the game kind of thing. No.
Yeah, I think it was Mainly, I mean, I'm not the best graffiti artist, just to
Well,
put that out there. So I wasn't that great at it. So I would always pick letters that sort of gave me the best chance of doing something that was an absolute dog shit. You know, I'm not one of these guys that can do the alphabet, any word, whatever, chuck
mm,
it at me. I got friends like that, and I have so much respect for that. I had to pick a word, and I really needed to know what that word could do, and if I had any chance of doing a good piece. So yeah,
uh,
I don't know, something
yeah,
original, man. You know what? I didn't like those words that sort of meant nothing. They didn't really
yeah.
like. It was
Just a
like a
random word that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
yeah, you know, like whatever. If you got one of them, I'm not fucking. Don't come and bash me.
Yeah.
But um, you know, I kind of I thought rockin' was cool. It sounded sort of
It is a
punchy.
cool tag.
People sort of
R's and
know me as
K's are
that.
great letters. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's
O's
the
not so
tag that
much,
I've
but
got.
yeah.
Yeah, I was. You know, I used to.
O's are fucking terrible.
I try to do a character for an O. You know what I mean? Put a little head
That's
in there or some shit.
yeah, yeah. I figured that out at one stage, but yeah.
Yeah. Poolsy AMF was mad at that. He used to do eyeballs.
Oh,
He was the best.
anyone that has double O's, goose,
Hey,
fucking yeah. It's
such
just
a hard thing to do, but fuck, he
man.
was good, man. He
Yeah,
was so good.
yeah.
Is good. Is good.
How'd you come up with your kind of style? Because yeah, it's like public, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's like yeah.
Yeah.
How did you develop that style?
Um,
You
man,
what?
I
Yeah,
really never put too much thought into anything like in terms. I just tried to make something look good. I guess if I had to answer that question, it would just be the graph that I saw in Brisbane was has always been my favorite graffiti. And it's like it's a marked difference from what you find in Sydney. I find anyways, from my point of view. So I always liked sort of chaotic splatters, like texture. I always tried to make each piece different. I didn't like just doing the same thing over and over. One, because I couldn't, because I wasn't good enough. But two, I wanted every piece to sort of have its own flavor, and it was all always a bit chaotic. You know, I'm the type of painter that would like throw paint on the fucking wall and like do some gay shit where I fucking chuck something on and just go sort of crazy like that. That was sort of if I had to define my style in any way, it would be like a bit more sort of free flowing-y, crazy-y, not as much like clean cut.
yeah. I think it's more like a an arty kind of public style. Like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Sydney, but it's like even yeah, heaps of Brizzy riders and stuff have that's not similar. Like everyone's different, but
I mean,
I do think
if you
like
look at someone,
Sydney style is pretty similar if you're doing that kind of public thing. But when you have
yep,
Brisbane riders, they have the public thing, but it's just different in some. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I've thought about it a lot. Like I've thought about what makes a city's graffiti
mm,
the way it is compared to another city because there is big differences, and
yeah,
it's I don't think you could ever really answer that question.
yeah.
But I have heard something about Sydney's graffiti originated with more of something to do with the advertising back in the day with the straight, thick, clean cut letters that were on the sides of buildings. If you go to
Sign
like
writing.
yeah, sign writing. If you go
Mm,
to Broadway, you can see the old gowings and bits and bobs. And if you look at the graffiti that Sydney produces, it does have that similar sort of straight edge, really clean, proportioned, well aspect to it. I mean, this is generally speaking.
yeah.
But if you look at someone like Blends DTS, he was one of my favorite
Yeah,
writers.
for sure.
And if anyone knows Blends, obviously you know, a lot of people listening do. His pieces were almost like breathing out at the wall at you, you know, at
Mm,
you, which is just polar opposite to that sort of public style. So if I tried to emulate something, it would be that more sort of breathing style. The other thing you can hide mistakes. Like if I try and do a clean cut piece,
oh, yeah,
my mistakes are right there for everyone
yeah.
to see. So it's a good way to hide my mistakes is sort of just mush it up a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's the thing with like the public style. It has to be clean and perfect,
Oh,
otherwise it just looks weird. Like it just doesn't
exactly. Yeah,
work. You know what
100%.
I mean?
I got
Yeah,
so much respect for those guys, you know, like all the TM guys and
yeah.
all of Sydney riders went like packed.
Oh,
Just that raw, no fluff, right there in front of you,
You
and
can
it
read it.
just, yeah, it's just perfect. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it still comes. There's a lot of flavor in it, and it's got a lot of style. It's like rappers that don't fill their bars in with a bunch of bullshit. It's,
Mm.
guys like Rakim. It's the same sort of thing. It's just everything's on show, and it's dope as fuck. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
interesting, man.
All right. So Brizzy, and then what did you move back into Sydney like fairly later, or did you stay there for a while?
I lived in Brisbane. My nose is
Oh,
getting
in
fucking
Queensland, sorry.
itchy.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I lived in Taringa.
Yeah.
I lived just down the road from Taringa Station. Um, we moved back to Sydney 2006.
Okay.
So I was there for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I've been back I went back there later in my adult years to live for a little bit before I had a family. But yeah, moved back to Sydney just after the West Tigers won the premiership 2000, the end of 2005.
Are you a Tigers supporter?
I certainly am a Tigers supporter.
How fucking dare you?
Yeah, go the Tigers!
We just lost more listeners. Sorry, bro. Fuck.
Get
Nah,
fucked!
I'd
Come
say
on.
there'd be it's a lot of doggies, a lot of tigers, and a lot of dragons. So
Hey,
come on.
are you,
Yeah,
you follow dragons?
yeah, mate.
Ah, you
Should
guys
see
have
my
a
garage is full of
shocker.
shit. Yeah, mate. It's no good. Um,
Jesus.
yeah, that's funny. I took my daughter to her first game. Her first game.
Oh yeah, where'd you go?
Last week, Combank Stadium against who was it?
Para?
Para, yeah, Para.
Yeah.
And like we were winning, and then I had to go somewhere anyway, so we left as they were winning. So
Yeah.
she hasn't seen us lose yet. So it was good, man. It was
Well,
good.
pretty much every Tigers game that I've gone to, we've lost. I think we
I'm pretty
actually
much the
beat
same,
Para.
bro.
We
Yeah,
beat Para at Combank once, and it was fantastic.
and we still go back. Oh,
Yeah.
anyway,
No, it's a good
true
stadium,
supporters.
that one.
Yeah. So uh, you moved into Sydney, and then what? Did you meet a bunch of riders here, or what?
Yeah, so I moved back to Sydney and I went to Hunters Hill High School over there in Hunters Hill.
Ooh,
And that's where I met all the guys that I still know to this day.
yeah,
All my really, really close friends.
crew
And
members
all the guys in the crew, man. Like a lot of the guys in the crew, some of the younger guys and some of their older brothers.
What crew's that,
Um,
mate?
HUH crew, brother hiding under
Oh,
hoodies. Haven't you heard?
fair enough.
Pitch Wednesday
Yes.
Bacardi Rums. Shout out to the boys, brother. Shout out Byro. Shout out Hotels. Shout out HG.
Hotels, yeah, man. Fuck.
Yeah. Let me get some shout outs up in this motherfucker.
Yeah, shout them all out, mate. Whatever you want.
Yeah, so we would and that they were going through the same thing, I guess, when I,
Mm.
the years before I had met them, they would have their own similar experiences of whatever, finding Sydney graffiti and tagging the back of the bus, and I sort of landed and started year 11 there, I think, in 2006, and
Oh,
just
yeah.
got
So
on
you
like
went
a
to year
house on
12?
fire. No, I dropped out year 11.
Oh, 1 year off, mate. What happened?
Uh,
Drugs and alcohol.
no. I couldn't be fucked. I ended up doing homeschooling for a little bit, and then I went
Oh,
to TAFE.
really?
Tried to do my HSC at TAFE, and ended up flunking that too.
Yeah.
I couldn't pay attention.
Yeah.
Fucking all right! Shout out Jesus Christ, Buddha, Allah, Rockham, Mass, Biro, Hotel, Tolda, Cafe, Jens. Shout out HG Nugs, my boy fucking Nugs. Shout out Mako, Mace, Veno, RIP, Veggies, of course, Royal, Fluke, Grays, Smirk, and a bunch of other people I probably forget, man. If I forgot you, Pluto's. Shout out Carl Beer. Shout out Chasm, one of my favorite all time riders. I know you're out there, Chasm. Shout out to you, brother. Big love.
Ooh. Mate, that's a fucking long list
Shout
there.
out, shout out Equos and Gosh too, man.
Are they
Good
all in
dudes.
HUH or they're just mates you're paying with?
Yeah, a bunch of them. There's probably some dudes I'm forgetting. Shout out Stress
Yeah.
Records as well, my big bro.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have to. I got a pretty bad memory, and I'm not very good with names. So if I forgot you, you know I love you. And I'll think of you if I can think of you before we finish talking. I'll hit you up.
Yeah. Well, we'll do that at the end as well.
LC Beats, shout out LC Beats, my homeboy.
Of course.
Yeah, there's a bunch of us, man. A lot of them went to Hunters Hill High, so we met
Ah,
up there,
true.
and the rest is history. We
Kicked
were
it.
doing pieces and
Yeah.
freestyling and all that type of shit.
Yeah. Do you know how HUH actually started?
I've thought about this,
Mm.
and I don't know if I'm wrong, because I probably have a bit of CTE, but if I'm not mistaken, and Ruben, if you're listening, you might be able to attest to this. I think HUH started on the train line near Auchenflower at about 3 o'clock one morning with me and maybe three or four other people, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know how or what the I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure the night that he fucked his ankle was the night that HUH started,
Is
and it
this
was in Brisbane.
I was going to say, is this in Queensland? Yeah.
Yeah, this was in Queensland, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, because HOH was in Sydney. So I was like,
Correct, correct.
was it mainly a Sydney crew or mainly a Queensland crew?
Well, I
Or
mean,
both?
I was
We're fucking
fucking,
everywhere.
yeah, mate, we're bloody worldwide. We've got some
See me
members in
worldwide.
Alaska. You go to Antarctica, you see
Yeah, yeah.
scratchies on the back of polar
Yeah,
bears.
yeah.
No, I think right before I moved to Sydney, we sort of, I mean, we say started a crew. We just thought that's what you do, and that's what we did. And then I think when I landed here, I was like, I'm big boy from Brisbane down here, lads, and we need a crew.
Yeah.
Fucking, this is what it
Yeah.
is, and I don't know. That's sort of what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so run me through I mean, have you got any chase stories or anything like that from back in the day or what?
This is probably my um
If you can talk about them.
yeah, no, look, I never by the way, I don't have me in my headphones. I've only got you, so if I'm yelling, just tell me or give me like a bat signal.
No, no, I can hear you perfect. It's fine.
Yeah. I never I was a bit of a coward, and I am a bit of a coward. I wasn't really huge into graffiti for like doing red hot shit. Although,
Okay.
I've done a bunch of shitty panels with some of the older guys who were nice enough to take me out. Um, and track sides and things like that. But a
Mainly
lot of
chill stuff.
a lot of my graffiti was like abandoned warehouses and the Cadillac place at Leichhardt there, or North Sydney there was a mad one, or
Mm.
we would go like we've done heaps of track sides and stuff like that, but it was always pretty cruisy. In terms of like chase stories, I guess just like getting chased out of yards occasionally. But I mean, some of the guys that you have on your show as guests, um, have been through it, and my sort of chase stories wouldn't compare to anything like that. I guess
Yeah.
one time we tried to get into. There's a big power station where they filmed The Matrix over there at Roselle,
Oh yeah, yeah.
or they filmed some of The Matrix.
Mm.
Which would be a gold mine for graffiti. If anyone knows
Oh,
it, there's
yeah,
actually
yeah.
two big smokestacks out the front, and they would remember up the top there was a foul piece, foul KOC. I think it was a KOC no, it was a foul.
Mm.
Like one of those just folklore pieces, unbelievable. Like just a fucking amazing spot, gutsy as shit, like balls the size of fucking melons. This bloke. But we tried to get in there one night, and I do remember a security guard promptly found us and got a taser out and chased us over the fence, and we were shitting the gear.
The
Um,
taser.
yeah, he had like a little, like a. I
Yeah,
thought he
yeah.
had a gun. I was like,
Yeah,
this
it does
dude's
look
got
like
a
that
gun,
sometimes.
man. Oh
Not that
no.
I've been, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't use it obviously, but we were quite scared.
The balls on someone to have a taser to go up with five guys painting is pretty impressive, I reckon. Like, what are you
Well,
gonna do? Taser one guy and get pumped?
they always that place, that power station at Roselle is so big, and I've never
Mm.
been
Are
inside
you talking the one
properly.
about next to Anzac Bridge?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That huge fucking 3 4 cylinder fucking
Yep.
monstrosity.
It's huge.
I think they're
And
trying to get rid of it at the moment.
they filmed The Great Gatsby there. There used to be a
Ah, yes. Yeah, yeah.
pub up right on the top of it that got burnt down for in dubious circumstances.
Yeah. Insurance.
But
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I always wondered why there's no graffiti on it, and maybe there is inside besides that foul piece.
Mm.
But it was because there was security guards that were really heavily looking. I guess they had some pretty hectic power related machinery in there that they wouldn't want kids fucking around with.
Yeah, it might be a bit
Um,
dangerous.
yeah, I do remember one time we were painting at a spot in the city and trying to do a panel, and my mate we jumped over this fence, and his backpack got wrapped up in like this, those like metal spires that the
Yeah,
old
yeah, yeah.
Sydney
Yeah.
fence. And fuck, man, we couldn't get this backpack off this thing for like, if you paid us $1 million to get this backpack off, I don't know how it happened, but it twisted and fucking taught
Yeah.
itself. And he had this one of the older guys there who took us to the spot. He was going, "Fucking hurry up, mate, hurry up!" And me and him were just going, "Oh, fucking shit, man!" And we couldn't get it off, man. And we were shitting the gear, like it was so embarrassing. And then eventually it did come off.
And then they didn't take you back to any other
Oh
spots.
man, you know when you're just in those moments where you're like, "Fucking hurry up,
frantic
please,
as fuck."
man!"
I don't want to get tased by some fucking fat
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Man, back in the day, you used to be able to steal tins from Ashfield Bunnings. They had the
Oh.
garden.
Yeah, yeah.
They had the garden the garden centre was where the timber yard is now. And our bright asses used to go in there and throw paint over the fence and have a car waiting on the other side. Yes.
Bro, everyone did that.
Bro, one time I jumped the fence to get in the car and my Dax got caught on the fence and I just went rip like upside down with like the top of my head facing the fucking footpath and
Pants off?
same thing as the bag. Nah, just my belt, like my belt loop.
Yeah, yeah.
This is back when we used to all wear denim jeans and shit.
Yeah.
And same thing, could not get my fucking pants off this fence, man. And I was just hanging there like, fucking hurry up, man.
Bro, I have seen videos on Instagram where cunts have fallen over that way and then their pants get stuck and they just go and they just get fucking nude as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. It was like that. It was fuck, it was funny, man. They were such funny times.
Yeah, man, for sure.
But
It's,
yeah, I wasn't much for like I'm not the best criminal, if you could say that. I'm a bit of a dumb cunt, so in terms of chase stories, like
probably a good thing that you didn't.
Yeah. I always respected the guys that really were really tough. I mean, obviously graffiti is full of those guys, and I've met a ton of them, and I've always had the utmost respect for the amount of fucking balls these guys had to do what they did. It's incredible.
Yeah, definitely. But what were some of your favorite riders and favorite crews that you can think of?
I would have to say top of that list is the guy who wrote Tyes, Tyes.
Oh yeah.
Can't remember what crew he used to write for. Fuck. He was, as far as I know, Brisbane writer. I met him one night, and I was.
Tyes. Wasn't he in AMF? Tyes AMF? No, sorry.
I don't. No, he might have been. I don't know. I did actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. People would be screaming at their fucking screen right now, telling me. But he was my favorite writer. If I had to pick one, just when I think back through all my favorite sort of artists, DTS crew, Seiko is another one of them. Seiko is like probably one of my favorite writers. Blends as well. DTS is another one of my favorite writers. Man, like Pact.
Oh, okay.
Whether or not he was like, I don't know if he originated in Sydney or whatever, but he used to have a piece at Annandale there. Everyone would know. Yeah,
Pact and Roms used to smash it a bit.
Yeah, Pact, I really liked this
PLS,
piece he had at Annandale. Yeah, shout out, man. Those guys were dope. And then I used to really like Soffles when I was a kid. I went to school with his brother, and I thought he's an incredible artist. You know, say what you will about the guy, you know, whatever. Everyone's got an opinion about someone when they're, you know, top of the game. But I don't know him personally. I don't know anything about him other than I know his brother, who was really cool, and that he was just an amazing artist when I was growing up. So he's probably on there.
Yeah.
And I've probably got to throw in my boy Byro in there, man.
Yeah.
He fucking is just, he's doing some really cool graffiti. If anyone wants to go check his shit out, find his Instagram. He's got some really, really cool, unique shit he's doing. And he's gotten really technically proficient. Big Byro 1 HUH.
Fuck yeah. I think I fucking paid with him, actually.
Yeah, you probably would have, man. And he's just
I know him. I do know him, actually.
Yeah.
I do. Bro, you meet so many people with this shit and you're just like, cunts, you know what I mean?
He's a childhood friend of mine, and he's an absolute legend.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I'd die for him, man. He's really he's a brother, so shout out Byro.
Fuck yeah.
All
right. Yeah, Cruise. Go Cruise, man. Go Cruise. Let's go. Besides HUH?
FM crew.
Oh yeah, is that Melbourne? FM.
I just remember seeing them at
FM
Cooperoo skate park, Brizzy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry,
I don't know where they're from.
Fair enough. Yep.
Look, one thing about me is I didn't have my finger on the pulse in terms of like the whole scene or anything like that. I just remember seeing things and just being like, that's so good, and just really taking photos of it and looking at it. I wasn't like so up to date with.
Yeah. Where's this guy from? What's he doing? All those.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, that looks sick.
some people are really switched on with that stuff, and I
Yeah.
respect that. You know, I mean, they know what's going on and shit. I never really knew what's going
I
on.
have to, yeah, like I'm like you too, man. I have to. That's why, yeah, every time I speak to people, I'm like, tell me more so I can learn and then I can be
Yeah.
more knowledgeable because I don't know.
The thing is, it's retention, man. Like
Yeah, yeah.
retention is the hardest thing.
Oh,
You know, I can read a book, and honestly, someone could ask me, "Tell me about that book,"
bro,
and I'll just go, "Fuck, man, I don't know."
I don't remember what I just read.
Yeah, it's something to do with my, you know,
Reading
probably...
comprehension is a 0 from me. Yes. Yeah, yeah.
That's why now I like I'm a note taker, so I take a lot of notes, so that helps a lot. But I do have,
Bro,
there's a guy.
that's why sorry,
Hold on. Yeah, hard.
yeah. So every podcast is similar questions, but I still have to write them down because I'm a fucking retard and I can't remember shit. So it's like,
if I don't
feel
write something down, bro, it doesn't exist.
I feel ya.
It does not exist.
I know what you mean, bro. I'm such a fucking spastic.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, continue.
There's a guy that used to write Joe. I don't know, man. If someone knows who I'm talking about, Joe. He was like, he used to paint with Soffles heaps in Brizzy. I used to like his big. He used to do fucking huge pieces, massive.
Stompers? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, just massive chromies, real simple. I used to love his shit. Nokia, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Ivo. Man, who else?
You got the Colombian flu there, mate.
Nah, this mask is killing me.
I know. I always think that my nose is bleeding, and I keep looking at it like, no, it's not. It's not rack, people. Don't worry about it. It's just snot. Yeah, yeah.
And I will say one of my favorite writers, and there's only going to be maybe 3 or 4 people, potentially more, who know who this is, but there's someone that writes Mr. Pig. And I don't know who that is.
Mr. Pig. Oh no, Spider Pig. I was thinking Spider Pig from yeah.
He seems to only do his graffiti or his or her graffiti in like a 1 block radius just near my house, and he only caps people. It's
that's mad. Yeah, yeah,
it's
sick.
hilarious. And I'm starting to think it might just be a local citizen that has nothing to do with graffiti, because
you should do a piece
it's
and
fucking
then just
so funny.
Have like an animal, there's hunting monitors, and then you can just watch someone cap your piece with Mr. Pig. And
if I had the time,
it's probably a neighbor. It's probably a neighbor.
Me and some of the boys from the area have been talking about, like, who the fuck is it? And we're all starting to think it's one of us.
It's you.
Like,
it's you. Stop lying.
No, it's not me. I swear. But like the older, like Sowen's HR.
Schema
used to pump some fucking mad pieces in Chippendale. I used to like.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot, man. There's a lot. If I had a good chunk of time to really sit down and think about specific writers, I mean,
we could talk for hours, mate.
There's so many good ones, man. But definitely the DTS guys, like DTS, I really, Death Threats blokes, I really enjoyed, because I saw so much of their shit in Brisbane. They were it's just every night there was a new
panel, fucking
Bro, they would
trackside.
They would do like 20-meter long, fucking burners, like not even just stompers, but like technical burners, and they were like 20-30 meters long. And you just think, how the fuck, like, it was just unbelievable. Hard to
miss.
Oh fuck, incredible.
Yeah, even reels, bro. Reels, fucking.
TBK, of course.
Yeah. I remember seeing the While the City Sleeps. Was it a track? I think it was a trackside. Yeah, it was a trackside. Yeah, While the City Sleeps. It was fucking sick. Even he pumped heaps of shit around Sydney too.
You know who must get a mention is a bloke that writes Jiesk, Jiesk.
Oh, yes.
He was another one of those guys, just upper echelon style. Just technically, I don't know who he is. I know obviously people know him. If he's
still painting panels overseas and shit.
I really appreciated his art. Oh, Banos was another one who was from Balmain originally.
Yeah.
He was up there. There's a writer that used to write Sano.
Oh man, yeah. Dr. No.
He was really great, and probably just tires, and then a guy that wrote Cabe, KOC.
Oh yeah. I got to get him on, bro. I got to get him on.
I used to love his pieces. The
Cabe,
way that he
Cave, if you're listening to this, mate, fucking hit me up.
You got to jump on. I'd be interested to find out. Again, I don't think I've ever met him, not that I know of, but the way that he used to do his artwork, I'd be really curious to see what type of person he was and how he thought, because he obviously was an interesting character and
Very
had
arty. Yes.
he just used to he would do pieces on walls where people would put in maximum effort, and it seemed like he could have the best piece on the wall with minimal effort
Yeah.
in a way. Like
It looks
but
like that, but who knows? He could
but
have
he
taken
still had
hours
the
to do that.
most he had almost like some of the most authentic shit, and it was just a
Yeah.
few strokes and a few bits and bobs, and it was fucking great.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah. I remember seeing
That's,
it. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
no,
Continue.
no, I was just gonna say I
Yeah.
really liked it.
I remember like first seeing, yeah, like a K piece, and I was like, why did everyone else finish and he didn't finish? You know what I mean? Because I'm used to that. I'm used to that public style. And then later on in life, I was like, oh, he's got his own style. He's like, he's done. Like it's very arty to me. Like I'm not into that kind of thing, but I do
Yeah.
respect it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like he's doing his own thing. So fuck everybody else. So
Well, that's the thing. Like some people rely. I mean,
Hmm.
there was obviously that massive Euro sort of movement through
Yeah, yeah.
graffiti at some point where
Yeah.
I think a lot of people like almost it's like anti-style in a way. It's like you try and be a bit kooky and you try and just be sort of lazy about things. And
Hmm.
I relied on that. So I look back at some of my old pieces and I had a mad Euro influence where I thought it was cool to be kind of whack. But
What are you saying?
if you can do that and you're good at, and this is
Yeah.
not related to Cape's pieces, I'm on
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tangent now, but I guess how it relates to him is like if you can have a unique style and actually be good at it and not just rely on being different to be good, but be technically proficient with your uniqueness, it takes a really special type of artist, and I think he's one of them for sure. Ty's was
Yeah.
similar. Ty's was like that too. He would. Even with their spot selection, man, like Ty's would do tags on things that you're like, oh, I didn't really think to fucking get up there and
Yes.
do that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I always respected that. I thought that was really cool, just thinking outside of the box.
Yeah, there's another guy that who writes Doer, PSK,
Yeah.
and he's very similar, that very arty kind of thing. I've actually had a chat with him the other day. And yeah, man, it's just they do their own thing and it's like they're in their own world. It's fucking awesome. Like
Yeah.
that's what graffiti's about, man. It's about doing your own thing, man. Fuck everybody else. So it's like
100%.
yeah, I respect that. So
Yeah, and the more the better, man. Like the
yeah,
more
you gotta be different, man.
different perspectives you have in a culture,
Mm.
the more valuable it is, you know. And if everyone's doing the same shit, then
It's just boring.
it's kind of boring. So
Yeah. Yeah, awesome, man. Um, all right. How the fuck did you even think about doing a podcast? How?
So, it's really not that interesting. There's not much of a story to it. So, like,
Come on.
for people listening, I used to run a podcast called The Lead Poison, obviously, as you've seen in the title and in the intro. But I started out, I guess I'm a painter. I'm a painter and a decorator, as you know, and
Brother of the brush.
brother of the brush. I got asked to be on a podcast just as COVID had kept us all at home. And I was kind of like, I want to do something in the back of my head. Like, I can't, I was working still, but not heaps. You know how it was during COVID. It was all weird.
Locked. Yeah.
Kids were at home from school and it was kind of all fucky.
Yeah.
But I went on a Brothers of the Brush podcast and I realized he interviewed me about painting and decorating. He's a bloke from, I think he's from Bristol or something in the UK.
True.
And I listened back to it and I was embarrassed. I was like, oh, like just it's surprisingly hard. And
You hate the sound of your own voice.
You hate the sound of your own voice. You don't know what to say.
You're nervous.
It's difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, but I enjoyed it. That was the main thing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed sitting there chatting with a stranger, and we all like to talk about ourselves. So I enjoyed it, and I think around that time, a couple of days later, I was like, man, I wonder if I could do like what he's doing, but with different interests. So originally, I started the Lead Poison podcast, and I got my friend Maths Donut to do all the shout out Maths to do all the branding or whatever. I just got him to do the sketch, and I was fucking around with editing software and bits and bobs. And originally, it was going to be just for painters and decorators.
True.
So I thought that would
you
be
didn't do
interesting.
that.
Yeah.
Because that would have been boring as fuck.
Yeah, and I think I did my first 2 episodes just by myself, and
True.
put them up, and they were just shocking. I was talking about COVID and fucking
Oh, the ranting.
it was just trash. But again, it's like that thing of when you first start something, you just suck at it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? No
yeah,
matter what it is, you just suck, but you
yeah,
gotta give it a shot.
yeah.
And then I soon realized, like, fuck, I could have. I think I started reaching out to like painters, like looking up big companies all over the world who's doing really well painting. And I was like, man, these conversations are going to be fucking boring. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
For the most part. I mean, if you're a painter, I listen to some painting podcasts now that are, they're, business related
They're good
podcasts.
if you're a
Good.
painter, they're good. If you're not a painter, it's boring.
Exactly. And it wasn't really what I was after. Like I wanted to chat with interesting people.
Mm,
So, I mean,
mm.
week in, week out, I don't know if painters and decorators, that they would fulfill that void that I was looking to
Yeah.
to engulf in my interest. But and then I realized, fuck, I could have anyone on. So I lent into artists basically.
Mm,
Um, and anything originally it was like anything to do with paint I thought would be a good
yeah.
place to start. So I hooked up a Spotify account. I did all the back end shit with Buzzsprout. I learned all that stuff. I learned how to record Zoom,
YouTube.
yeah, YouTube. And I thought I'll have an Instagram page. And that stuff's fun to me too, like figuring out editing software. And
Learning stuff.
I'm a bit geeky like that. So that was
Mm.
sort of fulfilling that need. And then talking to people was the best part. So I just fucking reached out to people and started with Sid Tapia, who was a skateboarder. Um, he's a pretty well-known Sydney skateboarder and a really good artist. People would have seen his art all over Sydney.
How did you get him? Like because for me the first thing is like you don't have a podcast. You're asking the first person, and you're like, no one's going to say yes. They're just going to be like, what the fuck is this? So you do your mates first, but you jump straight in the deep end. I don't know if he's your mate, but
He's not, but
how'd you get him straight away?
I think, well, for him specifically, he's a really nice guy, for one. He is an avid Christian,
Mm,
which not that should have any particular mention other than people who live their life in religion are very giving. So I
yeah,
found he was more than happy to chat with me. I approached him. I did a lot of my approaches just on their websites or on Instagram, and then I would just get their phone number and give him a ring. Um, so he was more than happy to chat. He had all the time in the world for someone like me who was trying to do something artistic, and you give him a little
wow.
spiel. But to be honest, I had that same feeling. Like, why would people want to talk to me? But
Mm,
I think people love talking, man. And I think anyone out there would be really surprised as to um, how receptive people are when you ask them if they want to have a talk and if you can put it on YouTube. Like people are really receptive to that. They like it. It's not often in life you get to just sit there and talk to someone
yeah,
about, especially a stranger. There's something sort of
yeah.
refreshing about that. So I found it. I found people were really interested. It's more organizing it that was the hard part.
Yeah, I find it therapeutic to people after they speak to me and they're like, fuck, that was sick. Now I'm going to go paint a train.
Yeah, they love it, man. Because like,
They go,
how often do you go through your life and you're just in your own head? You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
exactly, man.
you
Yeah.
talk to your friends and they probably hate you for some shit you done fucking ages ago or whatever, and you're just
Yeah,
being weird, and your family hates you because you're a fucking idiot all the time as well. Like,
yeah, yeah.
you can't be a fucking prophet in your own land. So sometimes it's good to just talk to people. And if you have that commonality, like with your
Oh,
podcast in
yeah,
terms of
yeah.
graffiti, like you do have an anchor point to talk about. You've got graffiti or art or whatever it is.
It's so much
But
fun.
so you've got, yeah, exactly. You've got something to start with, but then you learn so much more about someone. You can talk
Yeah.
about whatever you want. So I didn't find too much trouble. There are some guests that, look, that's generally speaking, some people aren't really interested in talking to you, and that's fine as well. They'll let you know, or they'll just tell you they don't have time and stuff like that. But yeah, that I found that was almost the funnest part is like of doing Lead Poison was who can I get on that is really interesting to me that I think I could talk to who might provide me with some context about their life or their art that they otherwise haven't said before. And that's really the art of it is like getting people to talk, but not only getting people to talk, but to talk about things they might not have spoken about before, or maybe they give you a new angle, or they describe things a little bit different to, especially someone that does like a lot of interviews. Like for example, when I interviewed Necro, I found out really quickly that he pumps out a lot of interviews and he doesn't really give a fuck about what you want to talk about. And
Yeah.
he was really nice as well, and he was interesting. But for him, I think he just wants to get, because he's an independent, self-funded artist,
Mm.
he wants to get himself out there as much as he can. So he'll say, yeah, he does
Yeah, well, I think it
tons
should
of
be.
interviews.
Yeah, most people that are trying to build their business should just jump on as many as they can, really, to be
Of
honest.
course, yeah, yeah.
But
But it was apparent with him that
yeah, yeah,
I had a whole bunch of questions for him, and about 5 minutes in, I just went,
yeah. Well, they're the
"See
best
ya."
guests. They're the best guests, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
let them
yeah.
let them rattle off whatever the fuck they want. So
Yeah, like, he was talking about smoothies and fucking being healthy and like
yeah,
fighting cunts, and
yeah, that's
it was
cool.
fun. Everyone's
Yeah,
got their own flavor, man. So yeah, that's
for sure,
I mean, we're talking, what's that, like 5 6 years ago, longer now.
bro. That's what I was gonna ask you, man, because I mean, you got Rogan and all the rest of it, and he started ages ago. But it's like, you kind of started like everyone else in the podcast. Were you before Beers and the Beats? Or no? Was it? He was
Uh,
probably. Oh no, he was probably
nah, I
before
think he
you.
was around. To be honest, I wouldn't be able to answer you because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
So
didn't
what? So
know.
what year? What year did you start it?
I
I haven't
think I
done my research
started
on such a.
2020, bro. I think I was doing it in 2020,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
And
20,
then
yeah, 2020.
back then there wasn't as much software. I mean, I used like an AI fucking thing to help me out with the editing and stuff. It must have been fucking
Oh,
pretty
do you
tough.
really?
Yeah, bro. I have to, man, because otherwise it still takes me a week to edit every single podcast, but it
Yeah,
does
bro.
help a lot. So it's like, how did you go about doing that shit? Because you would have edited a fair bit, did you, or not?
So, oh, that's just part of the reason why I had to stop. So it was a
It's too
full-time
much.
job, man. It was honestly, it was a
Yeah, because
full-time job.
can't think that I just do this, and I'm like,
Nah,
no, I work 6 days a week.
yeah. Like I
Yeah.
used to record. I mean, like I do with everything in my life, I start something and then that's all I want to do. Like, I don't want to do
Obsession.
anything else, and I just want to
Mm.
focus on that, and everything else gets put to the side. So much to my detriment in terms of lead poison as well. So I would record the Zoom, chuck the audio into Logic, and then I would go in
Ah,
and cut out all the sort of awkward bits and all the shit that didn't really fit. And I tried to
wow.
make it succinct, and I would go through the whole thing and
Fuck.
sometimes you have that. I mean, sometimes you have a conversation with someone that flows really well, and you don't have to do much. Other times
Yeah.
you need to stop here and there, and I would chop it in and out,
Yeah.
and then I would just export it to, I guess, an MP3 or whatever, and make sure that it was all, levels. Put a bit of EQ in it if I needed to,
Fuck.
and
That's
then
full manual, man.
it was full manual, bro. Like it was. I
I'm
remember
driving a
like
manual car and I'm on automatic at the moment.
eventually, by about episode 10, I got to the point where I thought I should have like a template so I don't have to, like, because all the intros, bro,
Oh,
I would load the
yes.
beat in, and I would have to like sync up the beat to when the guy starts talking, and like every single one was a new project, and it was just like,
Oh, what a fucking
oh,
nightmare, man. That's
yeah. But it was
yeah.
fun. But I
Yeah.
got to the point where I streamlined it a little bit, which
Yeah.
is smart, and I think if you simplify things, it's good.
Yeah, you get into
Um,
like a process, and then now you know what you're doing, and this is what I do every week. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like I'm doing
Yeah.
it every week, but how often were you doing them?
Well, that was the other problem. I remember someone reached out to me, and I can't remember who it was. I wish I could remember. I think it was a writer or someone, and they said, just out of the blue, if I'm not mistaken, they said, "Bro, you're doing too much. Like, you're releasing too many episodes. You're gonna fucking burn
Mm,
out, man." And I
yes.
remember thinking, like, who the fuck is this cunt telling
Was
me?
that was that Toy Division?
I don't know. Nah, I mean, it might have been. It might have been.
Yeah,
And I remember thinking, like, nah, I need to put one out every week. That's the go.
yeah. You got to get that
And
algorithm
then
up.
it,
Oh, actually, it
it
was probably no algorithm back then.
fuck, I don't know. It must be different. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
the thing,
Is it
man. I
that
think.
different now?
Oh yeah, 100%,
Fuck.
man. Yeah,
Shit,
that's
I'm
why I
gonna
do
have
it
to
every
learn
week.
about all
So I
this.
get the fucking algorithm up. Because
Yeah.
as soon as I stop for 1 week, they'll notice that I'm not posting, and then they'll put you back down the level. So it's like
Right.
I have to keep doing it no matter what. But
I
anyway,
think
yeah.
I think one thing, just on that topic,
Mm,
the one thing that I tried to do, um, and I learned this from listening to. There's a few things I learned from listening to other podcasts, but I've been listening to Joe Rogan since like probably episode 250, 300, like
yeah,
long, long,
same.
long, long time ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And he is obviously a patriot of just doing it because you enjoy it and not worrying about your
Mm.
reach or getting out. And that was sort of my ethos in a way. Like I always thought, I don't really care. I think my downfall was when I started to try and build it in a way instead of just doing it and letting it happen naturally.
Mm.
It was when I thought, I need video, and then oh shit, I need to make shorts. Or back then it was just little Instagram. I need to do all that. I need to do all that, and that's what led to me sort of not
Burnout.
having the time to do it. And then
Burnout.
eventually, yeah, COVID was over, and I had to go back to work basically. But originally, just recording a conversation with someone, trying to be as present as possible, putting it out there, and not giving a fuck about anything else.
I'd
I
love to
think
do that.
was the best way to do it for me, anyways.
I would love to do that. And then
Yeah.
now, see, I mean, now it's completely changed. It's like, and because I chose to do video too, I don't know what, yeah, people
Oh,
love,
video's good.
people
Video's
love watching two people in a mask talk to each other for some
good.
reason.
Yeah.
But I, like, for myself, that's the only reason why I've kept Spotify going. Some people won't know this, but my YouTube does way better than Spotify.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, I could just get rid of Spotify, but for me, I like
Interesting.
listening to Spotify at work. So I don't have time to sit down and watch a chat. You know what I mean? So
No,
that's the only
no.
reason why I kept it. A lot of people have gotten rid of their Spotify accounts and just gone straight to YouTube because they get the views or whatever. But
Interesting.
yeah, it's funny. And then you got Instagram and you got to do all the reels and you got to do all like it's. I wish I originally I just thought I could just talk and
Yep.
post it.
Yeah. I mean, you can. It depends what you want to make of your
Yeah.
podcast. You know what I mean? If you don't, it depends what you want out of it. Like
Mm,
if you're looking like it's time and money, right?
exactly. Yeah.
If you need money for it to keep going, then you need to
Yeah.
consider how you can start, even if it's a little bit to make it worthwhile.
Yeah,
Then
that's
you
what I'm
need
trying
to
for. Yeah.
consider. If you're not concerned with that, then you don't have to do any of that.
Of
But
course. Yeah. 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 Like
it's
it
catch
cost me money to
22.
do this. So I'm like, I need to get someone to just at least just pay for my subscriptions and all the rest of it. And then it's like,
Yep.
sweet, I can do this. You know what I mean? But if I get
Yeah.
more money, it's like, well, cool. I can maybe stop working a Saturday.
Yeah, 100%. And
And then
that's
just
all,
focus on this.
bro. That's all. I used to think the same thing. If I could just
Yeah.
get paid for one day to do this, it would be
Yeah,
like a
man.
dream
Yeah.
come true.
Fuck. Yeah. But yeah. And
I
then,
think it's probably closer than you think, man. If you stick at it.
yeah, I'm trying, man. Like I'm doing it
Yeah.
every week. So, I mean, yeah, it's
No,
going good.
I reckon you're doing a great thing, man. I think
Oh,
it's
thanks, man.
really.
And
I think you
also,
do a good job of it.
I just had a thought. Remember at the start of the podcast we talked about, and then I was like, I had a brain fart, and I was like, oh, I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I had people hitting me up saying that you were me. Yeah, bro. I had shout outs to Chubbs TCB. He messaged me.
Chubsy!
Yeah, he messaged me and goes, bro, all right, man, you've started a podcast. And I'm like, no, it's not me, bro. And he's like, it's you. Like, because you do, like, because when I was listening to yours, I was like, you do sound similar to me. So for
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
cunts out there saying that I started this and this is my new one, have a go at it. We both sound the same and we're talking to each other. So it's like we're talking to
But
ourselves.
I might be AI.
Yeah, actually,
You see me take a drink and I'm like,
bro, don't say that because cunts are going to be like, oh, it's AI. Yeah,
we
I
do
just
have a
thought-
similar cadence for sure.
Yeah, I thought I'd chuck that out there, but it's just
Brother
fun.
from another mother.
Yeah, man, 100%. So,
Yeah. Nah, keep
I mean-
it up, man. Honestly, I think one thing I didn't have I didn't know if when I was doing lead poison, I really thought it was dog shit. And in a lot of ways
Really?
it was.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I didn't I was sort of isolated in a sense. I had massive doubts and I just thought this is the dumbest shit that I have ever done in my entire life. And I guess if there's one thing I want to say to you, like which I sort of wish someone said to me was just keep at it, man. If you enjoy doing it, just fucking keep at it, and it
That's
will lead
why
to
I was
something-
like,
it will
man,
lead to
I-
something good.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, I fucking listened to the last one. I was like, I want more. Why?
Yeah, yeah.
Why
Well,
did he
there-
stop, man? Why? Fuck.
Flash in the pan. There may be more.
Yeah, fucking start up again, mate.
I've got some stuff in the works.
Yeah, fucking start it up again, man. I reckon.
Yeah.
Do video as well, so you have more fucking dramas to deal with.
Well, yeah, fuck. I've got something I've got something I'm trying to work on. It's going to be different.
Mm.
And I think this time I'm going to rely on some other people to help me a little bit more. You know, just not creatively, but just with the technical stuff in terms of shortening down the amount of time that you need to spend on things.
Oh,
So
yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you're doing it all yourself, fuck, it's a lot. It's
Yeah,
a
man.
lot.
YouTube was a big help for me, and
Yeah.
yeah. Otherwise, I have no because bro. We're tradies. Like I know fuck all about computers. So
Yeah, true.
I was just like YouTube.
Yeah.
How do I do this? How do I do this? And then I figured it
Oh,
all
fuck
out.
yeah.
But I also did get help from Toy Division and another guy, 3000 podcast, and
Oh, yeah.
Sesh with Sav as well. There's a few guys out there now that they're really. It's funny that they all help you out, man. It's I
Yeah.
thought other people would be like, oh, here's another podcast. I'm not going to talk to him, but they instantly message me straight away. They all help me out. Like it's pretty
Yeah.
cool, man. It's cool. It probably wasn't like that back when you started. Like
No, I mean everyone that I came into contact with,
yeah,
whether it was someone that I needed advice from or technical advice
blanked.
or a potential guest. No, the opposite. Everyone
Oh,
was
true. Yeah, yeah,
really helpful. Like people
yeah.
love this type of thing, man. They love
Yeah. Well,
people
bro,
enjoy
it's
it.
like all the positive messages are like, man, you get me through my day, and I'm like, I feel exactly the same way because I listen to podcasts all day at work, bro. It's like
Yeah, 100%.
because all the blokes I work with can't speak English, so I just fucking just put the earphones in and just go
Yeah.
podcast all day, even on the way home, even at
That's why
home when
you
I'm
got to
doing
stay
shit.
on Spotify, bro. Make sure you
Yeah,
stay on
mate, I'll never
Spotify.
go up Spotify just for the fact that I listen to it too. So I don't care if no one
Yeah.
listens to it, but it's just for me. But
Because you know what you do? You put your phone on YouTube and you chuck it over there and you paint a fucking couple of doors and then your phone runs out of battery
yeah,
and you're like,
exactly because of the
fuck!
video. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
drains your battery. But
Yeah.
who was I mean, it's not really a disrespect to any writers, but who was your favorite guest?
My favorite guest?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man. They were all fucking sweet, man. I mean, obviously Sid Tapia, I'm forever grateful for him for sort of just
Kicking
being
it
the
off.
first guest. I mean, I might have floozied him with a little bit of like, yeah, we got a couple of people on already, and
You have to, bro. You got to sell yourself. Yeah.
You should see my reach.
Yeah, yeah.
But reach arounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, I think I really enjoyed, and it was probably my lowest amount of listeners. I can't even remember how many. Not many people listened to the Lead Poison podcast, but
Come on, mate. Come on.
Dr. Arthur Chesterfield was I really enjoyed talking to him.
Yeah, yeah.
He was part of a group called Bugger Up.
Right.
Billboard utilizing graffiti artists against fuck. I'm gonna have to look this up because I don't want to
Yeah.
disrespect him. Hold on. He was part of a bunch of doctors that were fighting big tobacco.
Oh, I don't
Billboard
think I listened to that one. To be honest, I just listened to the graph ones, man. That's my
yeah, hard. I think what I enjoyed about his podcast was it was like the perfect combination of graffiti and like a purpose. So he was a doctor who was fighting against big tobacco back in the 80s in Sydney, and they used graffiti to get their message out there about how bad smoking was. So I thought that was really, really interesting.
Yeah, that's wild. Wow.
So, yeah,
here we are. We're
looked him
so
up.
cool. Let's get rid of cigarettes.
Yeah. No, but like he's got some fun. He would go. This is when like Winfield and that they would put billboards up and promote smoking.
Yeah, NRL grand finals.
Yeah, the Winfield Cup, obviously.
Yeah. Man.
So they were against that because they had patients that were getting their legs amputated and people that were dying. And then they'd drive home from the doctor's office and they'd be like, have a Winfield. And they'd be like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, true.
So they decided to do something about it and they used graffiti to sort of spread their message. I thought that was really interesting.
I got to go back and listen to this one. But
yeah. And he was an elderly-ish fella.
Yeah.
And like just leaps and bounds in terms of intelligence above me. So it was interesting to me because it was like, how did I end up fucking talking to this like PhD whatever
How the
doctor?
fuck did you get that?
And here I am like in my bedroom like fucking drinking a Bacardi, trying to get confidence up to chat to him and shit. I just thought it was a good moment,
How'd you get him, by the way? Just message him or what?
So one thing I did, and one thing I really liked to do when I was running Lead Poison was find these like strange little moments in time, like Bugger Up or Cave Clan, and these little groups that existed and then they're just gone. I thought that was pretty interesting. like just moments in time, like speak to a graffiti artist who was there back in the day, but's doing something different now. So I would just look up on Google, man, like culture stuff, history, like, and I would find stories that had been gone and not spoken about. I thought that was always pretty cool. So
Yeah, fucking oath.
I just found Bugger Up. They got a website. Um,
Ah,
it's just www.buggerup.org, and they still have a website, and it just has their whole sort of, there's a couple of videos on there and some articles about and they're long gone, and tobacco's still around, obviously, but
yeah,
just those moments in time I found interesting, and
yeah,
I'd spend a lot of time sort of Googling,
yeah. But how'd you
particularly
get him?
Sydney.
Did you email him or something, or how?
Yeah, just hit him up on the contact
And
page
he
on
was
his.
just like, yeah, sweet.
Actually, uh,
I feel like you got really lucky with getting these guests, man, because I've been trying my fucking ass off, and these cunts are saying no.
yeah, really.
Yeah.
I'll
Not
tell you.
everyone. I'm just yeah.
Maybe off air I'll give you a couple little hinters, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember with him, I actually rang the university that he was teaching at, and
Oh, well, you're doing
I
more
s-
research than me.
I spoke to some sort of administration lady, and I asked for his email address,
No
and
way.
I think he was on holidays, and he said, "I'll get back to you when I get back in Australia." And when he got back, he hit me up. He's like, "Who are you? What are you talking about?" And I just
Wow.
told him, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, no worries." Because look, you got to think for someone like him, right? Let's say he's in his 60s. I don't mean to fucking. I know
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking a lot, but he he has probably long forgotten about his role in Bugger Up. Billboard utilizing
yeah.
graffitiists against unhealthy
He's a
promotion, and
PhD now, mate.
it's probably a fond memory to him and
Yeah.
something he did in his 20s and 30s, and he
Mm.
probably hasn't spoken about it for years. You know what I mean? So to find out that about him and then ask him about it, you could almost see him go like, "Oh fuck, that's like, how do you even know about
Yeah.
that? Like, I'd love to talk about that." So that's sort of one method I use. Like, find something in someone's
Find it.
history that they want to talk about,
Mm. Yeah, true.
because not many people would hit him up about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's the type of shit he would have a beer on a Saturday night, pull out his old photo albums, and there'd be photos of him spray painting a billboard, and he would have a
True.
little smile on his face, and no one else would know about it, man. But
Yeah, imagine if you were just
like,
like a doctor podcast and you're like, hey, mate, can you jump on the podcast? And you didn't look into his history. That's
nah, he'd be like, fuck, whatever, bro. But
that's what
yeah,
I'm kind of thinking now. I'm like, oh, I'm just asking these guys, hey, I do graffiti. Can you do graffiti podcast with me, please?
yeah. I
And they
mean,
just go,
look,
who the fuck are you?
yeah, it's there's
Yeah, fair
approaches to
enough.
everything, but
Yeah, yeah.
that was my favorite part about doing the podcast, man.
Yeah. Fucking
Was that research, and that sort of part of it was my absolute favorite.
yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, you got into rapping, mate.
Checker, 1, 2.
Yeah.
I'm fucking ripping this thing, eh?
Yeah. Oh, are you doing a face reveal here?
The Harper.
We've seen his face. Hang on, he has a beard. It's not actually Mr. Bean. Now you can't see. Oh, you got one eye there. You got one eye, bro.
Cuz
Oh, you can't see yourself.
I can now.
Fuck. Oh, have you got two eyes or one? Oh, there we go.
I don't know what's worse. That's great.
Mate, that looks fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Look how fucking...
It's so fucking creepy, bro, that mask. Oh fuck. Anyway, sorry. Let's get back into this. Because
funny.
I've got about
Yeah, how you looking?
I got a little bit, not much, but we got a bit.
That's all right. So,
But
sorry,
yeah,
I kind
get
of
into
yeah, you
can
hit
you
me off.
see?
Go.
Can you actually see?
Yeah, I can see. I can see.
Fucking all right. By the end of it, we're gonna rip this off like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Every 10 minutes, they'll get a little bit more.
Little piece. Actually, to my Patreon subscribers, I'm gonna.
It'll be the biggest anticlimax known to history.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so I mean, I didn't know this, but you sent me like some rapping clips and stuff you do with your son and
Oh yeah.
how'd you get into? Are you squinting or I can't
Nah.
tell. No, okay,
just-
sweet, yeah.
No.
Oh, don't show the other eye.
Yeah.
So
That's me glass eye.
how'd you get into rapping, man? Have you always been into it or what?
Yeah, so around about 2006, when 2006, 2007, I was back in Sydney, and my older brother had a crew called Stress Records.
Oh,
Him and a bloke called Blase, and a bloke called Invader Zim, and another guy Websy. Shout out to all those boys wherever he's are. Much love. They were doing like gigs and shit. This was around the time like there'd be gigs at Annandale Hotel in Sydney.
yeah.
There was heaps of gigs at Broadway at
Lansdowne,
Lansdowne.
battle raps.
Yeah, there was battle raps going down. There used to be this thing called Siphon Saturdays that everyone would
Oh,
go
yeah.
to, and
Yeah, yeah.
Freestyle Fridays, and
Oh,
so it was just part and parcel with graffiti and all that sort of
yeah.
culture, man. So
Little
yeah,
parties and stuff where you just sit around and go, oh, let's kick a freestyle kind of thing.
oh yeah, that was every you know the amount of people that
Yeah,
have
yeah.
probably the amount of people that just walked off from me and my friends freestyling. Just like, will you cunts shut the fuck up?
Yeah. It does get annoying
Please.
sometimes, but
It's
yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
still going.
Go to fucking bed, Jessica.
Yeah. But yeah, that we used to we loved it. But mainly because of my brother. My brother had a studio in Chippendale.
Mm.
And they released straight up, sorry, I've forgotten one of the biggest shout outs that I needed to shout out. Shout
Yeah,
out
go on.
Solly B, man. Shout out Solly B and my
Solely
brother.
beat. Yeah, yeah.
So him and my brother used to make music in Chippendale, and we would just hang out, smoke cones, and
Oh,
and there's the releases on the internet if anyone's interested. I think they might even be on YouTube. I'm not sure, but Stress Records, Paul Gritman and Grain Man, um, Jackhammer was my rapping name, and
what's the
yeah.
page? Is there like a link or something, like a channel?
Let me have a look. Paul, oh, you know what? It's on SoundCloud. If you search up Stress Records on SoundCloud,
Yeah, yeah.
that was my brother's stuff, and that
Oh,
was sort
okay.
of the first. He did a sound engineering, so he knew what he was doing in terms of sound, and he had a studio, and we just learnt off him, and we would jump in the booth, and
Oh,
um, my boy Hotel, we would rap, and we had a few little releases, and we did some gigs. Shout out P Smurf for putting
you
on
did some gigs
freshly squeezed and shit
with
like
Peace
that.
Smurf?
Yeah, we did a
Oh,
lot. We did a
true.
few of that. Show he put on a few shows that he allowed us to do
Fuck.
some stuff on. So big love to him.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and then we supported Lord Finesse once. That was pretty cool.
Stop it.
When I say supported, I mean they needed some shit kicker to fucking do a couple of tracks before.
Hey, well, you got caught up, mate. So you're not a shit kicker. So
Yeah,
they could have asked
I
me, and I would have
remember.
fucking crashed and dived. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's some of my best memories, man. There's a
yeah.
guy he used to run 567 in Newtown
Oh
paint
yeah,
shop.
yeah,
He
yeah.
put on a show with Kings Connected once, and we had the honor of
Oh,
doing some hip hop there. That was really good fun, man. That was great.
oh, miss that shot, man. Fuck, man.
I know, what the fuck, eh?
Oh,
Get it back, Icky. Jesus.
I'm trying to get him on the podcast, but he's not going to do it. But man, that was like my man. 567 was such a shame, man. So many graph shops, man, crash and burn for like.
Anything that requires foot traffic is down the gurgler, man.
It's tough, man. It's tough, especially when you're
Yeah.
selling spray paint, which you're making fucking $2 off.
Well,
Tough.
yeah, I don't know
It's
that
tough.
side of it, but I can imagine it would have been hard.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
anyway, shout out to him.
So yeah, we used to,
Yeah.
I still try and make music. I'm not very, I can't make the music part of it, but I enjoy writing. I write, every couple of days, and been working on some stuff lately.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed it just as much as doing graffiti, man. It's just something that I use to express myself.
Yeah, you sent me that thing, man. I listened to it and I was like, oh, almost fucking teared up, mate. That track with
Oh, the
the
sad hop track.
oh
Yeah.
man, I was like,
That's
fuck,
a burner, bro.
it got me in the fucking feels, brother. You know what I mean? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, when you have kids and stuff, it's like, fuck.
Yeah,
You
hard,
know?
man. And
So
that's
no,
what I
it's
like
cool. It's cool
about
that you can get your like your kids involved in it as well. Yeah,
yeah.
hang on. Have you got one kid or two kids?
I got two.
Yeah. So that must be fun, man. Getting the kids involved as well. Like
For
something
sure.
you're passionate about. Get them
It is.
get in there, do some little
Yeah,
sound bites.
it's good, man. Like I got a mic and I got headphones and
Use
I
it.
got some
Yeah.
I got some software. So I think it's good stuff to know. Like in terms just aside from rapping, it's good to know how to set up a mic or set up speakers or do a bit of EQing. It's a good skill to have.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, you do painting. You mentioned it a couple of times. Have you always done painting ever since like you left school and that, or did you get into it later or what?
No, I've done it for probably over a decade now.
Oh,
So
okay.
35. I got into it sort of late.
Yeah, yeah,
I've had a ton of different jobs, man, but
yeah,
painting
yeah,
was the only one that sort of stuck around, and now I run my own company, and
yeah,
it seems to be the only thing that I have managed to make money from, so I've just stuck at it.
yeah. Do you enjoy it, or do you just do it for the money?
I do enjoy it. No, I don't know if I enjoy I mean, I enjoy the painting part of it enough to keep doing it. A lot of people don't
Mm.
like painting. What I more enjoy is the trying to figure out the business side of it, and
Oh, true.
trying to make it work. That's probably more enjoyable to me. Like trying to make a viable, financially viable business
Mm.
is
Yeah,
really like the painting itself is good, but you can't make a company if you're painting someone's skirting boards. You know, there's a lot more to it. So
yeah, yeah, definitely.
it's a
All
battle.
right.
It's a tug of war between the two. But
Yeah,
I enjoy painting enough. You know, I've always worked with paint, so yeah, I don't mind it, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And you get free background paint, so it's good.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, but you
bro.
don't paint that much, but it's
Nah, I got my garage is full of buff paint.
yeah,
Hit me up if anyone wants buff. Actually,
yeah.
if anyone does want buff and they live in Sydney, there's a McDonald's on Parramatta Road at Five Dock. Behind there, there's a place called Paint Back. They run a
Oh,
paint every time you buy a tin of paint. If you look on your receipt, you'll see a little surcharge for a paint back, and basically you're paying for the disposal of any paint, so you can take it back to these government-run places that will dispose of paint legally and correctly for you. If you go to those places and ask them for paint, they'll most likely have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of liters
oh.
of paint. And if you're nice enough, they're not meant to, but if you're nice enough, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, they'll let you go through what they got and you can
I
take it.
didn't even fucking think about that because they'd
There's a
have heaps of
lot.
like acrylic paint that was like, oh, we'll wait for the other cunts to pick it up so we don't have to dispose of it.
Well, yeah, that if you know the guy there, he's really nice.
Fuck,
I hope I'm
yeah.
not blowing up the spot, but
Oh, well, if they don't have to dispose of it and you can take it for free, that's better
yeah.
for them anyway.
Yeah, and you're paying for it too. So I
Yeah,
think you pay,
exactly.
it's like a 1.5% surcharge every time you buy a 15 liter of paint. So,
True.
you know, it's
Well, there you
rightfully
go.
yours. Go and get it, boys.
Helping out the people, brother. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, all right, family, mate. What yeah, you got two kids, mate. Mate, how is it? It's I know it's tough. It's tough, but mate, I'm just coming straight off the back of fucking. Anyway,
You,
I'm not going into it too much,
bro,
but
the way you said that was you spoke from experience right there. That was, you
I,
know exactly.
I just had one of those fucking nights where it's like nothing went right, and it's like, oh, but then you look at their sweet little faces, and you're like, everything I do is worth it. So it's like, what do you
100%.
reckon, mate?
Yeah,
What was your experience?
it's I mean it's the best thing you can ever do in your life, man, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's tough, and if you're a fucking idiot like me, you can make a lot of mistakes, but I wouldn't
Mm,
change it for the world. And it's the best thing that could happen to me for sure. And I'm sure
mm.
like a lot of people listening, it's the best thing that if they got kids that can happen to them. I'm not one of those guys that says like, "Oh, you should have kids," but
No.
although I have said that to a lot of people, but you know, like I've got friends that don't have kids and they're living their life, and I think that's just as respectable as well. You're not any less of a person if you don't have a family, but it
Yeah.
is really rewarding, and it's, you know, all the things that you think it is. It's hard, and you know, it's tough on your wife, and if you're a fucking maniac like me, it can be hard too, but it's the
Mm.
best, man. Yeah, absolutely love it.
Yeah, like I've mentioned it before, but when you have people that have had kids and then they talk about it to you and you have no idea because you don't have kids and they're just like,
Yeah.
that's the best feeling in the world. And then you're just like, I don't fucking care. But then when you do actually have one, you're like, oh, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Hang on, did
It's
you just reveal an eyeball there?
yeah, I did.
Oh
Like, there's an
shit! Now we
eyeballs
got
coming
two
out.
eyeballs. Oh, we got. Oh, here we go. We're almost there, people. Hang on for another
Yeah.
10 minutes, and we've got the full face.
By the end of the podcast, I'm gonna just be a skeleton. I'll rip all my skin off.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, it's great, man. Like I've made a lot of parental mistakes,
yeah.
even some recently, and it's really, you know, it's hard if you don't really know what you're doing. But I guess no one knows what they're doing.
No way.
I'm just really
Nothing.
lucky that I got like a good wife around me, and my kids are
Mm.
really good, and um, it's like anything in life. You fuck up and you learn, and hopefully you don't make the same mistakes again.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's great, man. I love my family.
Yeah. I mean, you were talking about some stuff before you went through a bit of stuff. I don't know
Yeah.
if you want to talk about it
Nah,
or not.
I
Like,
mean,
yeah.
for sure, yeah. I've had like even up till recently, I've had some pretty big issues, like substance abuse issues,
Mm,
and like it's really thrown a spanner in the works of my life. And I think
mm,
probably I've always had some issues around, like if I look back on the past sort of like 15-ish years without really noticing until more recently-ish, I've probably made like a lot of bad decisions around like substances and
mm.
which has in turn made me make a lot of bad decisions. And I
Yeah.
guess it when you have a family, it can really start to affect the people around you. Um, but even up until recently, I've been struggling with substances in a big way.
Yeah.
And I'm doing great now, and
Yeah, man, we're not drinking, so it's just
yeah,
me. It's just
yeah.
me being the
And
fucking delinquent. But
no, I mean,
I know what you mean, man.
yeah,
There's a fine line between having a couple of beers on the weekend and then drinking every single day and then just going past that and going into other stuff. You know what I mean? So it's very,
100%.
especially for graffiti writers, man. We all have that addictive nature in us. So it's like it's a bit
Yeah.
wishy-washy, you know what I mean? But if you do have
It.
a good wife, they can bring you back and and good mates around you sometimes, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and I think it's, as you get older, you see a lot of it. You see a lot of it around you, and
mm,
it's a tricky conundrum, and it's something that I have been thinking about a lot. I mean, the fact of the matter is, man, I operate better, and I operate on a much higher level, just straight up raw dogging it. Fucking, I don't function. Although I like to think I do, I don't function at my best potential if
of
I'm using
course.
drugs or drinking.
If you're
And
hungover, of course.
I'm not the type of guy that can just have a couple of drinks and chill out and fucking whatever. Like I'm always balls to the wall, 100 miles an hour. So,
Mm,
it's something that I've got to accept, and it's something that's hard to sort of deal with because you want to have fun and you want to do your thing, but for me, it's not. It's something that I need to deal with, and whether or not it's something that I deal with for a year and then whatever. But it's
yeah, try it out.
I'm learning about myself a lot lately. Let me put it that
Yeah,
way.
man. No, it's good that you come to the realization like that. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
talk, bro. I'm drinking beers right now. So
yeah.
but I did have a stint where I stopped drinking and it cleared my head up, kind of thing. And then yeah, now I just have a couple of beers. Like Wednesday nights for me is my like I do podcasts on Wednesday nights, people. So this is my kind of weekend release. So
Yep.
it's not like
Midweek weekend.
yeah, man. So yeah, I do understand that, man. You can go like for me, it was like I'd just push it so far. Like I'd just go harder and harder and harder, harder, and then get the smack on the bum. And then I'd be
Hmm.
like, okay, I'll stop for one weekend and then next weekend again. But yeah, it's weird, man.
Yeah.
It's just
It's a
that addictive
solitary journey.
nature.
I mean,
Yeah.
everyone's a lot different. One thing I will say is like in terms of graffiti and like hip hop, there's a lot of people. Obviously, hip hop draws and graffiti draws people in that sort of live on the fringes in a way,
Mm,
and that might have had like different upbringings, or there's a lot of
100%.
tough guys in that do graffiti. So you do see a lot of it in this sort of culture.
Mm,
Um, which is neither here nor there. Everyone's got their own journey, but I do notice that they do sort of go hand in hand in a way. And for the people that it doesn't, I have so much respect for, because for me, when I look back, it has always gone hand in hand with sort of being a
mm,
bit of a maniac in a way. So separating that from like art and graffiti, I think is really its purest form, and not relying on a bad lifestyle to do a good thing. Um, but yeah, it's like everyone's got their own story, man, and
yeah.
it's one of those things as well. I've found when you have kids, like as we were talking about family,
Mm,
um, you think, and for most people it probably does, but to make massive mistakes after you have kids can be really hard to deal with
yeah, especially for
because
the kids.
I mean, everyone says like once I have kids or if I have kids and they'll change my life, and they do.
Yeah.
But if there's undercurrents, issues that you're going through or things that vulnerabilities in your personality, kids, no kids, whatever, they need to be dealt with, whether or not you've got something that should get you in line. If those issues
Mm,
aren't dealt with, you're going to fall out of line either way. So
yeah.
that's sort of what I'm going through at the moment, or have been the past couple of years, I guess, is like it doesn't matter if you've got the most important thing right in front of you. If you don't deal with what's causing the issue, then
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
and it can be hard to deal with, man. So if anyone's listening that is going through that, then I totally understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You just gotta keep fucking going, brother.
Yeah, that's why when I first started chatting to you, I was like, man, fucking, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I shouldn't talk about it, but
No, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm an open book, man. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
I
I
mean,
try as much as I can to be an open book, anyways. Yeah, I mean, look, your mate
yeah,
found me in a drain. I had fucking an 8 ball, and I was like probably 6 or 7 hours away from dying, man. Like, and
fuck.
he picked a complete stranger, picked me up and sort of dusted me off, and it was a really bad thing. But he did what he can, and I will always thank him for that.
The angel came down and
Yeah,
picked you up.
shout out to him, man, and he's listening, and he knows who he
Yeah,
is. But that's just, I mean, and you think how I would, I'm not a dumb guy, even though I do dumb shit. But before you know it, you can end up in those fucking situations where you're like, how the fuck did I get here, man? This is like unbelievable. And
it doesn't
to
take
have,
long. It could take
no, it
me
doesn't.
fucking 24 hours, mate, and I'll
It
be
doesn't
there.
at all. It takes a
You
few
know what I
fucking
mean?
bad decisions, man. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um,
Shout outs to him, man. Like I
yeah,
think whoever you're talking about, I think I might have helped him out a couple of times too. So I think it's kind
yeah,
of like,
he goes, yeah,
yeah, it's kind of like if you give back to someone else, that kind of jumps onto someone else. So
yeah, yeah. He's an
yeah,
absolute angel, man. And what a
yeah,
funny day that was. And that's really how this conversation came about, because he
yeah,
found me that day,
yeah,
and
man. Yeah,
he reached out to me. So, it's like it's all part of life, man. I'm not sitting here sort of crying poor or anything, but
yeah.
I think it's important to, like, if people are listening, like, that story is probably not that unique. I guarantee it's not.
Oh, for sure, man.
Um,
Everyone goes through shit, man. Fuck.
yeah, half base, 9 out of 10 of my friends are going through that type of
Hundred
thing.
percent, man. 100%. But they don't talk about it, so it's yeah,
No, so
it's
I
good. It's
think,
good that you're talking about it, man. Like that's why I didn't want to kind of bring it up unless you wanted to talk about it. But
I
it's
don't,
good to
yeah,
you know,
I don't give a fuck, man. I
is
think
what it is,
it's
mate. You go
you
through
don't want to
life, and
go you don't want to go through those battles by yourself, because that's,
yeah,
you are probably like me. You've got people that have not, that haven't come through the other side of that.
mm-hmm,
So,
definitely, yeah, yeah.
yeah, which is sad as fuck. And there's a lot of that in graffiti, man. There is a lot of that.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like, how
yeah,
many people do we know that just haven't woken up, or they've OD'd, or
exactly.
whatever it is, just because
Yeah,
they're tough people and they don't give up, and they just don't give up on the wrong thing.
yeah. Fucking that made me tear up again, man.
Nah, yeah, well,
I've done it before on the first one.
first
Oh
episode.
yeah, man. Just death fucking scares me and it makes me sad. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
um,
100. R.I.P. Venos, brother. Rest in peace.
yeah, man, for sure. I think we've gone through everything, man. Like we've done
Yeah.
like 2 hours, bro. So,
Was it really?
well, fuck, my time says that, and it looks like 2 hours. Oh,
Time.
are you?
Behold.
Holy fuck! You look way uglier than I thought you were.
Behold.
I'm joking, mate. You look beautiful.
Hold on.
Wow, the full reveal. Oh shit! You almost got
That's
like
a
an afro going on
Pantene
there.
ad.
There we go. Pantene
What
Pro
up?
V, shout out. Give me a fucking sponsorship, you dogs.
Hey,
Yeah.
100.
Um,
Maybe it's Maybelline.
man, can you? Yeah, mate. I'm just gonna go on the last question. Really, can you?
Yeah.
Can you? I mean, you've given some good advice already. Can you give me some advice to the people? Maybe some young fellas out there starting to get into graph, and then we'll go into some life advice.
Sure. Look, I don't know if I'm the best person to be giving anyone advice,
Ah,
really.
fuck it. Who cares?
And
Go
I,
for it.
I do I do have a knack for giving people advice when I really shouldn't. But
Who
in
cares?
terms of graffiti, I think probably what we said before, man, about
Mm,
trying to be, well, not trying, but Just being unique, I think, is something that a lot of people could benefit from. Like, there's no graffiti shouldn't have any rules. Like, it breaks all the fucking rules. You know what I mean? That's the nature of graffiti, is breaking rules. So why would you have rules when it comes to doing your own art? So I guess, if I've tried to ever do anything in terms of my art when I used to do it, was just try not to box myself in with any particular rules. And I think you should try and break your own rules and be as unique as you can. Express yourself is the most important thing. Don't give a fuck about what anyone else thinks or what anyone else is doing, or they think the right thing to do is. Just do your fucking art, whether it's giant dicks or fucking whatever, characters, letters, or if you want to just get really technically proficient and do mad, block letters or whatever is inside of you that you think should come out. Try and listen to that voice and try and put that into your art. That's what art is. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. What
Mm.
about just life advice for anyone, even like
Man,
dads, kids, fucking whatever?
there's so many things I could say. Look, again, I'm in a lot of ways I'm back at square one in terms of life. Like, I don't have tons of advice that would have much value because I probably need to listen to my own. But I guess one thing I'll say is, like, having conversations with people like this one, or like just having chats with people, even if it's uncomfortable and embarrassing, like sometimes it can really help. So
Mm,
if you're like most dudes and you don't really like talking to people about things that are in your head, if you think maybe it would benefit you, then maybe just like don't worry about being embarrassed and talk to someone, even if it's a stranger, even if it's not about problems. I think conversation and communication is something that I've really valued over my life. And like, I try not to be embarrassed about shit anymore. I try and just, if I'm talking to someone, I try and get like a real, I try and mean what I say, because for years and years, man, like I don't even think I said what I meant, you know what I mean, to
mm,
anyone. So now I'm just trying to get rid of those walls, just in daily life, or if you've got a big fucking problem, just stranger, friend, whatever. Like, it's always better to like not let that internalize, because it can fester. You know what I mean? You don't want to get festered
mm.
maggots inside of you. You want to. One thing I've learned, and this is probably my advice. If you got a monster in your head, it's usually not. If you look at the monster in the eyes, it's usually not as fucking scary as you think it is. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, I've had problems in my life where I thought they were huge, and if you confront them, they turn out to be not that big. So, if there's anyone listening that can take something from that, then you know what I mean. If you run towards your fear, if you're scared of doing something or scared about talking about something, just bite your lip and do it, man, because it can be really beneficial, and it can give you some personal development too, which is sort of what I'm trying to do at the moment.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
If any of that made sense.
Mate, it did make sense. So, mate,
Jesus.
oh man, fucking made heaps of sense, bro. Like, no, I'm so glad I fucking finally found you, and we've had chats off the podcast and stuff, and man,
Yeah,
we
100.
really relate to each other, and it's we both gone through some shit, so it's like just talk to each other. You know what I mean? That's all it takes. Just a phone call, have a chat. You know what I mean? Everyone goes through shit. It's fucking life's hard. You know what I mean? So
Hey.
have a chat, sort it out. But mate, we have the Toy Division podcast guy. So thank you very much. I'm joking, mate. It's April Fool's. So
Oh, it is too.
yeah, bro.
Oh, bro, no one's gonna believe it.
I should have actually might put a bit of a pause there and yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. Holy fuck. I
Yeah,
didn't even
but
think about
actually,
that.
this is a whole joke. This is not actually a podcast, so it's actually just me having a chat with you. Um, but yeah,
AI assistant.
yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot so much for jumping on the pod, man. I'm glad I finally met you. Yeah, if you want to shout out any more people that you haven't shouted out already,
Man, big
and
shout
shout out
out.
your I don't know if you did shout out the SoundCloud thing or anything you want to put your YouTube, whatever, man. Do
Yeah,
whatever you
for
need to do.
sure. Um,
Go.
I'll shout out if everyone wants to go check out Point One Click on YouTube, Stress Records on SoundCloud. Go check out my brother Solly B on SoundCloud. He makes like hip hop beats and a little bit of jungle, I think, and some sort of jazzy tunes that are mad. Go check out my boy
I'll just say edit.
Byro.
Yeah,
Edit.
yeah.
I'll do this so you know.
Yeah.
Go check out Byro on Instagram, and check out Big Rem Run Tings on YouTube. That's some of my new tunes I've been doing lately. And
Ooh.
have a look out for the Bishop's Bacchanal, which is hopefully a podcast that I got coming out maybe over the next 6 months or
Oh.
so. So there's an Instagram page with nothing on it if you want to go follow that.
Oh, what's going to
Um,
be on that?
well, same
The
sort of thing as
hip
Lead
hop
Poison.
graffiti or
Yeah.
what?
Just everything, man. Just
Yeah,
whatever.
sick.
I
All
mean, I
right.
haven't. I've been. It's in here. Just
Yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah, you got to
yeah,
take the name before someone else takes it.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, listen, man. Thank you so much. I've really appreciated the chats we've had, and I think you're doing a good thing. And hopefully I got a new friend. So I really
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
that, man. Thank you.
100%. Awesome, man. And have you got any lead poison shirts? Like, can you
Uh,
can you print some off so all the listeners can buy some of your shirts as well,
yeah, I
please?
could.
So
Yeah,
I can buy one.
yeah. I'll send you one. I don't. I'll have a
Have
dig
you got any
around. I'll see
left?
what I got. Yeah, I might have one or two. I'll have a look.
Yeah, I reckon that after the people listen to this, I think it might spark a bit of fucking interest again. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
go
So
listen to the Lead
if you can,
Poison podcast.
yeah, bro, if you can pump out a couple of fucking shirts, bro, fucking buy the cunts. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's so surprising to me that anyone gave a fuck. It's so funny
Bro,
that you called me.
every writer I know has been like, "Oh, you started a podcast like the Lead Poison thing." I'm like, "Yes, because it was fucking good, man. It was mad." You know what
That's
I mean?
mad. You know who I do want to shout out is Tavern. Tavern had me.
Yeah.
Tavern let me interview him and exit KOC.
Oh,
Bill. They were really, really nice to give me their time and to let me
yeah,
talk to
man.
them. And that was that was two of my favorite
The
conversations
Tavern
I've
one was
ever
the
had.
best one for me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Shout out
yeah,
Tavern.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're done, man. So appreciate you, man. Peace.
Love you, buddy. We'll
All
talk
right,
soon, all
man.
right?
Yeah, yeah, all good. I'll just stop it here, man.